Yeah, you know what it is.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. Purple and white, but you know what I mean. Double 11 senior year made history. Football, we took it to the playoffs. Collegeville, white and purple, yeah, we are the K-House. I said the K-House, the school of champions. We laugh a lot, we rap a lot. I'm asked to be an Indian again. I'm telling them that Collegeville is where it's at. So when we on the field of court, they better be aware of that. They scared of that. Of course, look at the ceiling. What up, Mr. Floyd? Yeah, it's Collegeville. And yes, I'm glad to say that I'm a K-Hawk. I'm about to graduate. Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
White and purple, yeah, I know you see it. You see the chaos and you tell yourself you wanna be it. I go to CHS, so I am a champ. I ran this game so long I'm starting to get a stomach cramp. Class of 1 and 2, but we're number 1. Shout out to all my juniors, yeah, you know we get it done. White and purple, you already know. It's little easy peasy and that boy lay low.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
I'm about my white and purple, Scarface and DJ Screw. We on the peak of the mountain, best at what we do. Yeah, we the champs, homie, but we ain't selling shoes. These boys bleeding purple, call us the cheapest crew. They don't gotta do it big, cause I don't play with sports. I play my cards right, now a good report. When Dub 12 comes, it's time to roll off. I'm the back cause everybody rolling with me, K-Hawks.
Yeah, you know what it is.
Look, all the fresh sophomores,
High school, champions.
yeah, they know what it is.
All around my town, everything is
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
we shut it down for the school and the sports team.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
And a very good afternoon to everyone, and welcome to Camelot Bowl here in Collinsville, where we have some Lady Kahok bowling coming your way today as Collinsville gets ready to take on Belleville East. My name is Todd Duke. Welcome into the pregame show, brought to you today by Chiropractic Works in Collinsville, owned and operated by Dr. Chris McCluskey. He and his crew are focused on helping as many people as possible live high-quality lives, all through chiropractic care and wellness. You can visit Dr. McCluskey at Chiropractic Works in Collinsville, 410 Regency Center, just off of the Beltline Road in Collinsville. Give them a call at 618-343-3602 or online at chiropracticworkscollinsville.com. All right, Kahawks come into this contest at 3-1 on the season in their head-to-head matches with their Southwestern Conference foes. They are coached by Sean Hay. He's in his 25th year as the head bowling coach at Collinsville High School and has a record on the girls' side. Very impressive, 266 wins and only 61 losses in those 25 years. Belleville East, they are also 3-1 on the season. They are coached by Alexis Gilly. She is into her second season doing that, and she has a record of 17 Well, the Lady Cahoks are returning from the Plainfield North Strike Fest, having finished that tournament in 5th place out of 40 teams, just out of 100 pins shy of finishing in the top 3, but 324 pins behind first place Harlem, who placed 2 individual girls in 1st and 2nd in that tournament. Lady Cahock senior Casey Buckman paced Collinsville with a 6th place finish out of over 250 bowlers that took place in this tournament. Casey rolled a high game of 224. That was her first game of the day, and bowled over 204 of her 6 games. And the other 2, a 198 and a 191, so she had a pretty good day. Southmore Kellen Stevens finished in 12th overall with a game high 214 plus 2 more games over 200. Junior Layla Jaoko was in the top 40 as well, and she finished in 38th and had a high game of 233. Well, the Lady Lancers come into Camelot Bowl fresh off of a first place finish at the Southern Illinois Challenge that took place on their home lanes at Bel Air Bowl, and that just happened on Saturday. It's the 2nd straight year that Belleville East has won that tournament on the girls' side. Olivia Hammerly and won the individual championship, by the way, for Belleville East, while her teammate Ariana Schuhard took 2nd. Belleville East has also opened their season, as did Collinsville, at the Triad Invitational at High Top Bowl in Highland. Belleville East finished that tournament in 3rd place, while Collinsville finished in 4th. Olivia Hemmerly finished 2nd overall for Belleville East. Lady Cahock Layla Jaoko right behind her in 3rd place. So both of these teams have played 4 games so far against Southwestern Conference opponents. And here is where things get a little weird. Collinsville has wins over Belleville West, O'Fallon, and Edwardsville. Their lone loss is to Alton. Well, Belleville East has wins over Belleville West, Edwardsville, and Alton, and their only loss is against O'Fallon. So Collinsville loses to O'Fallon, or excuse me, Collinsville beats O'Fallon, but excuse me, I had that right the first time. Collinsville loses to Alton but beats O'Fallon. Belleville East has lost to O'Fallon but beaten Alton. So you go figure. All right, joining us now on the pregame show is Collinsville head coach Sean Hay. Coach, how you doing over there?
I'm doing good.
All right, so the Plainfield tournament, you guys did pretty well. You finished in 5th place out of about 40 teams, and you had Casey Buckman that finished in 6th place out of over 250 bowlers. So all in all, not a bad showing.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I was really, really happy to see where we finished. As I mentioned before, with our numbers low, we don't have a whole lot of depth going on. So I knew that going into this, if someone's struggling, that's just going to be the way it is because we had no bench. But even with some struggles, a little bit here and there from a couple of players, Casey was rock solid the whole time. She literally didn't have a bad game the whole time. I mean, her low games were decent. So she had probably her best tournament I've ever seen her have in high school. And then Kellen was also good. Came in 12th. Both of them meddling in that tournament. Meddling in that tournament is a lot because, like you said, there's a ton of bowlers there.
Yeah, and little struggles there by Layla, though, I see. She had a couple of games over 200 and then had some uncharacteristically, I can't even say that word right.
Uncharacteristically.
Yeah, low game of 148, but that was on the last game of the day, which I'm sure you're tired by then.
Well, she woke up and she wasn't feeling well, honestly.
Yeah.
And there's been a bug going around pretty much the whole team, that happens sometimes, but when you don't have depth, you just kind of have to roll with it. So, but no, she definitely struggled in the second half. The problem is whenever she didn't have a shot go the way she wanted, it was a split every time. And so when you get that going on, it's very difficult to score well. And
your freshmen struggle a bit as too, but that happens to freshmen sometime.
Well, yeah, and honestly, she is making a turnaround. She came in. She had some fundamental problems that she was working on, and then we had a breakthrough on Thursday's practice, and she's actually bowling better despite some of the games you saw.
Yeah.
She's definitely getting to where she's now starting to be a little bit more control of what she's doing. I mean, she's definitely improving quite a bit.
All right, let's talk about this Belleville West bunch because you guys saw them earlier in the season.
Belleville East, yeah.
Belleville East, I'm sorry.
That's all right.
At that Triad tournament, and they ended up finishing in 3rd place, and you finished right behind them. Right. So tell me what you recognized as that. I know you're paying attention to your bowlers, but I'm sure you glance over every once in a while.
Always. One of the things that I can see from this team, they took their experience from last year. They just got bounced out of playoffs, and they were a better team than that. And they've always been the team that's got the talent and the potential. But you know, at any given tournament, sometimes if you have your bad day, they had a bad day at last year's sectionals. Regionals they squeaked through. Sectionals they did not have their best day. So, but don't let that fool you. This is a good team. They're a solid team. They've got good fundamentals. If you're going to beat them, you've got a bowl.
Yeah. All right, and what do you make out of this? So you guys, your only losses to Alton. Theirs is to O'Fallon. They beat Alton. You beat O'Fallon.
Yeah, that's the way it goes sometimes. I think, honestly, and kudos to Alton for winning, we had a little bit of a road bump. We had a very uncharacteristic bad first game that set. Normally that doesn't happen, and it was a close match. So it's one of those things where, you know, you go back in time, maybe get a little something different, and see how that plays out.
Yeah, because you have your 5 bowlers and you do 3 games each. That's 15 games that you guys were bowling, and only 3 of those games against Alton the last time we were here were over 200. That's
Right.
very uncharacteristic of your girls.
It's very uncharacteristic. It just we bowl better outside of Camelot, it seems like. but we've got regionals here, so we've got to deal with that before the regionals comes around.
All right, well, thanks for the visit, Coach. We will see you after the 3rd game.
Sure, thanks.
All right, that is Sean Hay, the Collinsville Lady Kahawks head coach. We will take a break here on the Chiropractic Works pregame show. When we come back, we will set up the 5 bowlers on each side for both Collinsville and Belleville East, and we will do that next here on the Kahawk Sports Network.
I'd like to introduce you to some incredible new technology we have available here at Chiropractic Works. The machine is known as an Invisired lipolaser machine. The Invisired machine emits a red light and red laser that combine in unison to go through the skin layers into the adipose or fat tissue and cause the cells to go ahead and metabolize themselves. The Invisired technology is the only machine that's FDA approved for fat loss, stimulates collagen and elastin, improves the function of the lymphatic system, boosts metabolism, and increases metabolic response. Typical response after the very first treatment is 1/2 to 2 inches of loss in body measurement. So if you think that this technology could help you accomplish any weight loss or aesthetic goals, we'd be glad to have you come in for a consultation, get a first treatment, and experience the amazing benefits that Invisired offers.
Caseyville VFW Post 1117 Auxiliary supports the VFW with post projects and fundraiser events. The Caseyville VFW Auxiliary also provides donations and sponsorship for Veterans in Need, Jefferson Barracks in St. Louis, the Caseyville Food Pantry, outreach programs, summer lunches for students in the Collinsville Unit 10 School District, and now the Kahawk Sports Network. Plus, sponsoring CHS programs like band, theater, and sports. If you would like to provide support or join the Caseyville VFW Auxiliary, contact the Caseyville VFW Post 1117 at 618-344-9878. Is it finally time to start doing what you've been talking about doing for years? Start making those plans right now and let Northwestern Mutual help you plan your future. Former Kahawk Joe Philpott can help you get started with that plan today. Joel Philpott, a financial advisor with Northwestern Mutual, can help build a plan specifically for you with a wide range of financial options and the flexibility to change that plan as your priorities change. To get started on your future, give Joel Philpott a call today at Northwestern Mutual's Fairview Heights office at 618-606-2022. Spend your life living with Northwestern Mutual. Call Joel Philpott today, 618-606-2022. Want to catch some of the best live music in Collinsville from a band of all Collinsville area residents? Look no further than Sonically Pleasing. Sonically Pleasing with former Kahawk Logan Carlisle, his dad Tim, along with Caleb Tanzius, play some of the best rock and roll hits from the 70s, 80s, 90s, and beyond. You can catch Sonically Pleasing at some of the area's finest venues, as well as book Sonically Pleasing for your private event or party. To put some music in your life, it's Sonically Pleasing. Check out Sonically Pleasing's Facebook page for upcoming live show dates and to book them for your special event or to call to book that event at 618-401-0052. Pleasing live rock music for your ears. Sonically Pleasing, 618-401-0052.
I'd like to introduce you to some incredible new technology we have available here at Chiropractic Works. The machine is known as an Invisired lipolaser machine. The Invisired machine emits a red light and red laser that combine in unison to go through the skin layers into the adipose or fat tissue and cause the cells to go ahead and metabolize themselves. The InvisiRed technology is the only machine that's FDA approved for fat loss, stimulates collagen and elastin, improves the function of the lymphatic system, boosts metabolism, and increases metabolic response. Typical response after the very first treatment is 1/2 to 2 inches of loss in body measurement. So if you think that this technology could help you accomplish any weight loss or aesthetic goals, we'd be glad to have you come in for a consultation, get a first treatment, and experience the amazing benefits that InvisiRed offers.
At Visionary Wealth Advisors, we empower you to see your future before it's your future, to create your inheritance, to build your vision, to anticipate the known and unknown, and to find potential in both, and build new dawns. Visionary Wealth Advisors.
Visit Brad Keene at his Collinsville office at 106 North Clinton or call 618-467-8420.
I'd like to introduce you to some incredible new technology we have available here at Chiropractic Works. The machine is known as an InvisiRed lipolaser machine. The InvisiRed machine emits a red light and red laser that combine in unison to go through the skin layers into the adipose or fat tissue and cause the cells to go ahead and metabolize themselves. The InvisiRed technology is the only machine that's FDA approved for fat loss, stimulates collagen and elastin, improves the function of the lymphatic system, boosts metabolism, and increases metabolic response. Typical response after the very first treatment is 1/2 to 2 inches of loss in body measurement. So if you think that this technology could help you accomplish any weight loss or aesthetic goals, we'd be glad to have you come in for a consultation, get a first treatment, and experience the amazing benefits that InvisiRed offers.
Hey, once again, we welcome you back here to Camelot Bowl. My name is Todd Duke, and here are your starters for both Collinsville and Belleville East. We'll begin with Belleville East, and they are loaded with some seniors. 4 out of the 5 bowlers are seniors. Your seniors are Brooke Boyd. She is in the first spot. The junior is in the second spot. That's Riley Smith, and then 3 more seniors follow her. Ellie Doolittle, Ariana Schuhart, and Olivia Himmerly. For Collinsville, they only have the 1 senior. That's Casey Buckman. She's at the very top of the list, followed by sophomore Elena Lang, freshman Emmeline Williams, junior Layla Jaoko, and sophomore Kellen Stevens. And as we get ready to get going here, we will say a big hello once again to the guy on the other microphone, Mr. Brandon Campbell. How are you, man?
Good, how are you?
Fantastic. Ready to go?
Ready to rock and roll.
Ready to rock and to roll. All right, girls are getting started with Brooke Boyd over here, senior out of 4 seniors of the 5 that are bowling here today, and she starts off with a split. Casey Buckman, the only senior for Collinsville, on 25, and she lets it go, and we are underway, and we get a strike out of Casey Buckman. So let's take a look at some of the numbers here we have for some of these bowlers. Olivia Hemmerly, she leads in all 3 categories as far as average, high game, and high series for Belleville East. A 211 average, a 246 game high, and a 662 high series as Boyd tries to pick up her split, and she'll get 1 of the 3 pins remaining. For Collinsville, it's a little bit of a mixed bag. Buckman is in the lead in the high game department at 236, and then Layla Jaoko has the other 2 categories, the highest average of a 198 and 652 as her high series. And here is Riley Smith, down 26 for Belleville East. Elena Lang left 1 pin over on 25, the second bowler for Collinsville here in the 5 bowlers for the Lady Kahawks. I take it that you did not go up to Plainfield to watch the tournament over the weekend.
I did not.
No. Did you go to Belleville?
I did go to Belleville.
You did with
yeah.
to Belleville to watch the boys.
I did.
It's a little bit of a closer drive.
Just a little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Elena Lang picks up her spare. And now here is Ellie Doolittle, the senior, one of the 4 seniors for Belleville East, and she'll leave up the 9-pin. Collinsville as a whole, as I mentioned, both these teams are 3-1, along with O'Fallon. So right now there's a 3-way tie atop the conference standings between O'Fallon, Collinsville, and Belleville East. And then Emmeline Williams, the freshman, rolls a gutter ball. She kind of tripped up on her very first practice throw and threw in the gutter ball as well. So I hope that didn't bother her leg or her approach coming into the game.
Did you see Sean doing his 2-step on the approach
No,
before we started?
No, I didn't. I was a little busy though.
I think he was trying to fix the approach for him, but it looked more like a 2-step to me.
Yeah, 2-step, huh?
Yeah.
All right, there is Williams. Looks like she's got it figured out just a little bit better. At least it wasn't a gutter ball, right?
That's better than gutter ball.
Oh, yeah. Doolittle took care of her spare, and now the number 4 bowlers for each side will bowl next. Varsity boys, by the way, are right next to us, lanes 27 and 28. Here is Ariana Schuhart, another senior here for Belleville East, and she throws one in the gutter. Maybe she felt back for Williams and decided to go ahead and even things out a little bit.
That could be the case.
Probably not. Layla Jalko on 25 for the Lady Kahawks. Coach said she wasn't feeling too great when she went to that Plainfield tournament and had a little bit of a rough outing there, but she starts off this outing with a strike. So Collinsville already with 2 strikes in their first frame. Hey, look, they got the boys on the left screen too. So now they've got the boys and the girls on the left screen on both of them. So that'll be a lot easier to follow.
Much easier than the last time.
Here is Schuhart trying for a 10-pin spare, but that's going to miss the head pin, so she'll leave up 2. And now Kellen Stevens, the anchor bowler for Collinsville, the young sophomore who broke out of it big time last year as a freshman. She lets it fly down 25 and just, I don't even know how that happened.
That's called luck.
It is called luck. And here is Olivia Himmerly. We told you about her. She's had a fine season thus far. She's got that bionic sleeve going on too. And she almost got a strike. She moved that back pin and it moved over to the left, maybe about a half an inch.
It actually marked it as a strike on the scoreboard.
Yeah, well, because it moved. I think that thing goes by as a sensor, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah. So it moved, and they're going to have to correct that. Coach Hay is taking care of that right now.
Coach Hay's the man.
Coach Hay is the man. 3 strikes for Collinsville in that first frame. They are already finished, and Coach Hay is still doing his thing on the little computer here. And once he gets that taken care of, then Hemmerly can go. That's taken care of. Well, he's got it backwards. Got a gutter ball first.
I don't think she threw it in the gutter.
No, I don't think so. So it needs to be 9, and hopefully there we go.
He got it.
Got it fixed before the ball was about halfway down there. So she'll get a spare. And after one complete frame in the books, the Lady Cayhawks have a 1-pin lead, 47 to 46. Boys have one more bowler over here before they finish the first frame. That's rare that the girls are ahead of the boys.
I think there were more strikes on the girls' pair.
Could be. Yeah, I'm looking up there now and seeing only 2. And combined for Collinsville and Belleville East on the girls' side, there were 4. So, yeah, just a little bit. So I asked you this question last time we were on the air, man. You done with your Christmas shopping?
No.
No?
No.
That was the same answer you gave me last time.
No.
I don't know what's holding you up, man. Here is Buckman on 26 with back-to-back strikes to begin her night or afternoon or whatever the case may be.
Hey, we got some done today, so.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Some is better than absolutely nothing.
That's true.
Some people, they wait till the last possible chance to go out and maybe get some better deals. I don't know.
Or they wait until after when everything's cheaper.
Yeah, on sale because we couldn't get rid of it during Christmas, so we're going to put it on sale to get rid of it after Christmas.
That's what we always do with Christmas lights because they're cheaper.
All right, Brooke Boyd over on 25 left 3 up for her side on the Belleville East, and here is back-to-back strikes. Casey Buckman followed up by a strike by Elena Lang, and here is Brooke Boyd. I had to ask the coach how do you pronounce that last name because she doesn't spell it like you would normally spell Boyd.
How is it spelled?
B-O-I-D-E. Looks like Boyd.
Yeah.
So I asked first. It's always smart to ask.
Parents don't like it when you get their name wrong.
No, not at all. Here is Emmeline Williams over on 26. She'll leave up 3 this time after starting off this game with a gutter ball. Riley Smith, the junior, on 25 for Belleville East. She will leave up the 7-pin.
There's another gutter on 27. What is going on today?
I don't have any idea. Maybe it's Gutter Monday.
It might be.
It's better than in the gutter Monday.
True. That's finals week for a lot of these kids,
Oh,
I would
yeah,
assume.
it is. That's a nice spare pickup by Williams. Have to remember, though, she's only a freshman, so she'll make some freshman
That's true.
mistakes every once in a while. And here is Riley Smith over on 25 that totally missed that 7-pin. I think she was expecting more curve on the ball, and that did not happen.
I wasn't even paying attention. I'm slacking over here today.
Slacker. Layla Jalko, the junior for Collinsville. The only junior of the 5. Got one senior, one junior, a couple of sophomores, and a freshman. Jalko, she'll leave up a couple after starting off with a strike in the first frame. Here is Ellie Doolittle over on 25 for Belleville East. And she will pick up a strike. 7-pin was the last to fall. Booyah. Somebody did something well for Belleville East.
I think they struck.
Okay. It's usually the
Yeah.
not the most excitement you can get, right? Unless you pick up a 7-10 split.
Yeah. I saw somebody pick up the Greek church over the weekend.
Yeah? Yeah, those are rare.
Yeah.
Jalko going for her spare on 26. Speaking of rare, we have a rare boys-girls doubleheader basketball contests for you tomorrow. That's the first time in my memory in doing this for the last 14 years that we've ever had a girls game before a boys game on both varsity levels. So 2 games on one day to get my voice ready for the Prairie Farms Holiday Basketball Tournament when I have 8 games on day 1, 8 games on day 2, and I think 6 games on day 3.
That's coming up before you know it.
It is, man. Here is Kellen Stevens to round out Collinsville's 5 bowlers, and she'll barely hit that head pin and leave herself a bit of a split. And now here is Olivia Hemmerly, and she'll leave up 1 as she kind of tests out that approach up there by the foul line. Trying to keep that foot from sticking. Yeah, we got girls taking on Triad at 6 p.m. tomorrow, and the boys taking on Granite City to follow that one. And a reminder for all you out there, those 2 contests are going to be on Huddle TV, because that's the last tune-up we're going to get using Huddle TV before we put all of the Prairie Farms Holiday Basketball Tournament on Huddle TV. And a nice try there by Stevens, but that's always tough to pick up as well. Here is Hemmerly down 25. She'll pick up her spare this time after an open frame last time. And after 2 frames in the books, Collinsville extends their 1 PID lead, and now Collinsville leads 135 to 122.
What is Stevens averaging this year?
Good question. I have that information right here in front of me in this pile of papers.
Somewhere in there.
I got all the Plainfield tournament printed out too, and just 2 papers from the bowl.com website, as Casey Buckman kind of leaves herself the same little bit of a mess there that Stevens did. Kellen Stevens average 190.
190.
Yeah. Her and Joko are the only ones that are over 190 on the average side. Elena Lang averaging 172. Casey Buckman 166. And Emmeline Williams 125.
I don't remember what Stevens' average was last year. I feel like it was higher.
Probably, but, you know, I mean, it is still, I mean, I can't
yeah.
say it's early, because there's only a few head-to-head matches left. And tournaments, got a bunch of those still yet to go here this year.
It's true.
Oh,
Oh,
that
okay.
spinning pin, ran over there and got that 10 pin. I didn't give her credit for it, though. Oh, yeah, it did.
Yeah,
I'm looking at the
okay.
I'm looking at the run that's ready to go now. Here is Lang over on 25. She'll leave up the 10 pin. Meanwhile, Riley Smith over on 26 for the Lancers. Oh, and didn't quite hook as much as she wanted it to, I'm guessing. So she'll have 4 to pick up, including the 2-8 sleeper. Meanwhile, Lang over on 25 trying to just pick up her 10, and she'll miss it to the left.
I was told I have to be quiet today when Brody Hoganson is up. He didn't like how much I black clouded him the other day.
You know what? If he's paying attention to what's coming out of your mouth while he's supposed to bowl, I mean, because it's loud in our ears because
That's
we have
true.
headsets on. If they can hear that, then I don't know what they're doing.
He said it was all my fault that he didn't bowl well.
Uh-huh, sure. And that's one of those cases where you got to find somebody to blame because you're not going
Yeah.
to blame yourself.
It's never me.
No, never. I didn't do it. That's the old adage right there. I didn't do it. Well, then who did?
It wasn't his fault.
I love it when parents only have one kid and the kid says, I didn't do it. Well, who else did then? Hey, imaginary friend. Here is Emmeline Williams on 25, and she couldn't pick up that spare. She always looks happy, though, so
She does.
got that going for her. And over here on 26, we are awaiting the spare try by Ellie Doolittle. It would be cool if she grew up to be a doctor.
Yeah.
Dr. Doolittle. Yeah, that'd be cool. Here's Layla Jaoko, 25, and back on the strike parade as Layla had a strike in the first, spared in the second, and now back on the old strike train here in the third as Doolittle picks up her spare. And now Kellen Stevens, the anchor bowler for Collinsville, up on 25. She had a strike in her first frame as well, and then left herself a split that she couldn't pick up in the second. And here's her try in the third.
That looks better.
Yeah, a little bit, but kind of missed that head pin a little bit too far right.
Just didn't hook there at the end.
Yep, left herself a 2-8 sleeper. Ariana Schuhart. That's with a D. Schuhart, not H-A-R-T, H-A-R-D-T. First half of that is S-C-H-U-H-A-R-D-T. Stevens is going to go first over on 25. Lady Kahok JV team looks like, again, they only have just the one JV girl out there. Stevens picks up her spare, and now Schuhart going for hers. And she will pick up the two that I figured she would. And now it's up to Olivia Hemmerly to get us going to the fourth frame. Boys have already started the fourth frame, so they jump back a little bit ahead as far as timing goes. Your dad over there stealing the other team's snacks.
Yeah, he does that.
Yeah. Look at that guy looking at him like, what are you doing, man? You're not my coach. You got busted. Well, thank you. Oh, see, he got busted giving me a Reese's and you a Reese's. So now we're like, we're accessories.
We got to thank Marcus for that because that's his candy box.
Yeah. All right, and Hemmerly leaves the 7-pin as we await her to go into the fourth frame. Over on the boys' side in the fourth frame, looks like Collinsville has a lead of 268 to 199. Well, that just changed because the gentleman from Belleville East just got a strike, but we'll save that for another day. Here is Hemmerly. She picks up that 7-pin. H-E-M-M-E-R-L-E. Hemmerly.
She's a senior, yes?
Yes, she is. The second bowler for Belleville East is the only one that's not a senior, so this is going to have a this team's going to have a very different look next year.
They got a lot on the JV, though.
They do. There's that girl's over there. She's outnumbered, man. Good thing it's bowling and not tug of war,
Right.
because she'd lose. All right, here is Casey Buckman leading us off here in the fourth frame. Buckman picks up 9 and leaves the 10-pin. Belleville East, first place finishers in the Southern Illinois Challenge. On the girls' side, I hear that combined with the Belleville East boys, that as a group they finished in second.
That sounds right.
Yeah. That was Brooke Boyd over on 25 picking up a strike for her team. Casey Buckman trying to pick up a spare for her Lady Kahawks. And that looks good, yeah.
Yep.
Now, Olivia Hemmerly finished in first place in that tournament. And a strike there from Riley Smith. Ariana Schuhart finished in second place in that tournament on Saturday. So they had a first place and a second place finisher in that tournament.
I think Schuhart actually led most of that tournament until the last game.
I can't remember what the boys did. Third place?
That sounds right.
Yeah. All right, here is Doolittle going for, how about 3 strikes in a row for Belleville East here in the 4th frame. Putting a little pressure on Collinsville. Here is Emmeline Williams for the Kahawks on 26. Hers curves to the left right at the very end, so I knew she was, it was going right for the head pin as it left her hand, and I knew right at the end it would not hit the head pin, and it didn't. So she'll have a spare to pick up as Ariana Schuhart, who we mentioned in second place in that tournament on Saturday, trying to make it 4 in a row in the strike department for Belleville East, and she will not. She'll leave up the 3, 6, and the 10. That's a little better, but you had that sleeper there, the 3 and the 9 for Williams, and she hit the head pin first, so that put everything off kilter a little bit, and she'll leave up 1 and have another open frame. 3 of her 4 frames have been open. Layla Joko, not so much. Strike, spare, strike. She readies herself on 26 for her throw here in this 4th frame. And 1 pin remains. That would be the 4 pin. Had a lot of 4 pins left the last time we did this together.
4s and 10s.
4s and 10s. Oh, whoa, boy. Schuhart missed the front pin, but got the 2 that were behind it. And now she has an open frame. And that is her 3rd out of the 4. Jayoko going for a spare. She wants to do strike, spare, strike, spare. And she does. A little alternate strike spare going on there.
She's going for the Dutch 200
Yeah. And Hemmerly leaves a couple of pins up, the 1 and the 2 to be exact. Here is Kellen Stevens. Stevens working off of a spare in her last frame.
It's got a hook.
Yeah, it does. She has that hook at the end, too. Not as close down at the end as Williams, her little hook. So it starts about a little bit more than halfway down. Williams, her start's probably like 3/4 of the way there.
I think Stevens throws it a little bit faster.
Yeah. Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. All right, 4 frames in the books. A little bit closer now, 289 Collinsville, 273 Belleville East. Boys are just about ready to finish up their 4th frame. So now we're back to almost even again as far as timing is concerned.
I'm not sure it's going to end that way.
Nah, probably not. Here's Casey Buckman down 25 for the Lady Kahawks. That one needs to curve a little bit sooner than that, and it didn't. Brooke Boyd on 26 for the Lancers. That drops into the gutter. So Buckman up first, trying to take care of the 1, 2, and the 4. And then on the other side, Boyd going for a 10-pin spare.
What is that, the 2nd or 3rd one today?
I think so.
And I saw a couple over there, too.
Yeah. Rough start, I guess, huh? There's a spare
Apparently.
for Buckman. Back-to-back spares for her after she started with back-to-back strikes. And here is Boyd looking for that 10-pin spare, and she'll get it. And you always got to, as you're walking back, going, why couldn't I have done that in the first place?
I tell myself that all the
Oh,
time.
yeah, I'm sure. I don't blow that much, but if I do the same thing, I'm like, yeah. Lena Lang. Coach Hay likes saying her name.
He does.
Yeah. Leaves a split, not a 7-10, but doable. Meanwhile, Riley Smith on 26 for the Lancers will leave up the 7-pin. Boys up 357 to 309. Well, let's update that because one of our guys just threw a strike. 377 to 309. And Lang almost got that spare, but it just kicked right behind that 7-pin. Here is Smith on 26, and she'll throw it right down the middle. Problem is, there weren't any more pins down the middle.
If the head pin was there, that would have been a good spare.
Yeah. Emmeline Williams, Collinsville's freshman, on 25. Hits that head pin a little bit on the left-hand side this time. When the ball's going that way and it hits on the left-hand side, you're usually going to have a couple of pins left. She's kind of fortunate that she only has the 5 and the 10 left. And here is Doolittle on 26. I wonder if she smiles.
Ethan Smith, he bowled for Belleville East a couple of years ago. That's his girlfriend.
Oh, yeah?
She does smile when he's around.
Okay, I got you. I haven't seen her smile yet here today.
I'm getting notes over here.
Oh, well, notes and Reese's peanut butter cups.
Got it all today.
I'm telling you. All we need is some cash. Here's Doolittle picking up her spare. Layla Joko on 25.
I don't think he's going to get us that, though.
Probably not. I wouldn't take it if he gave it to me anyway. There's Joko on 25. She'll leave up 2. That would be the 6 and the 10. So she's looking for back-to-back spares. And here is Ariana Schuhart on 26. Schuhart. Not Schuhart. Schuhart. She's trying to break out of a little slump here. She had 3 open frames. That's how you break out of it. How about a strike? Here is Joko going for her spare on 25. She'll take care of that one, no problem. So besides the 3 open frames for Schuhart, her other 2 frames are strikes.
She's going for the strikes and opens there.
Yeah, that's I wouldn't suggest that.
No, I don't either.
Here is Olivia Hemmerly. Hemmerly leaves up the 7, and she can't believe it. Kellen Stevens on 25, looking for back-to-back strikes. And she'll just barely hit that head pin on the right side. Collinsville had 4 straight strikes for the boys in frame number 5. Hemmerly on 26 with that bionic sleeve will take care of number 7. Pin number 7. And that will take care of the 5th frame for Belleville East. One more throw for Kellen Stevens. And we can move past the pizza frame without giving away any pizza.
I'd take some pizza.
I'd take some pizza too.
I'm never going to turn down pizza.
I probably won't either, but it all depends on what's on it. I'm not doing any anchovies, I'm sorry.
No.
You got anchovies on your pizza, you can have the whole thing.
Or pineapple.
5 frames in the book. I can handle pineapple as long as there's ham on it and bacon. But yeah, other than that, pineapple doesn't belong on pizza unless it's a Hawaiian pizza.
I agree with that.
5 in the books here. Collinsville up 370 to 351. So a 19-pin difference right now. And here is Casey Buckman. But you give me some pepperoni pizza, and I'm not going to turn it down.
Oh, I'd never turn that down.
Nope. Buckman leaves up the 4 and the 7. Now I'm getting myself hungry.
We got a long time before we can eat anything.
I know, man.
Although we got these Reese's peanut butter cups.
We do, and you know what? When we go to a commercial break, I'm going to be eating that thing.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so Brooke Boyd leaves up a little bit of a split, a 3 and the 10 over there on 25. Here is Buckman going for her 4 and the 7 that she left, and she'll pick that one up. Come back to a little chant from her teammates.
They got a chant for everything.
They do. I like that. And that one's going to fall off into the gutter there for Boyd, so she'll have a open frame. That would be her 4th open frame so far in this first game. Elena Lang picks up a strike. That's her 3rd here in this game so far. Had one in the 2nd and the 4th, and now here in the 6th. Riley Smith on 25 for Belleville East will leave up just the 10 pin. Coach Alexis Gilly for Belleville East, just in her 2nd year. Has a pretty good record of 17-4. Got a long way to go to catch up with Sean Hay. In his 25th year, man, how about 266 wins and 61 losses?
That's pretty good.
That is 205 games over 500.
Yeah.
That's very good. That is Hall of Fame worthy stuff there, man. Do they have a bowling Hall of Fame?
I think they do.
High school bowling Hall of Fame?
I think they do, actually.
Yeah. Well, one of these days, I'm sure he'll get elected to that.
I feel like he already was.
Maybe he has. I don't know.
My dad would know. I'll ask him when we go to commercial.
Yeah, these are things I don't think of while I'm at work looking stuff up on the computer. I'm like, I think of it as I'm on the air and I can't do anything about it. Here is Layla Jauko on 26. How about another strike for Layla? She now has 3 out of the 6 frames that we've played. Ellie Doolittle on 25. Let's see if she smiles now.
Nope.
Not at all.
I think his name was Gabe Futhi that I said like never smiled when
Yeah.
Alton was here.
Yeah.
He shot 300 over the weekend.
Did he really?
And I asked his coach, I said, did he finally smile after that 300? And his coach goes, it's the most I've ever seen him smile in my life.
Hopefully he didn't crack his face.
Hopefully not.
Yeah. Here's Kellen Stevens on 26, back-to-back strikes for Collinsville. How about 4 in a row for Collinsville? Lang, Williams, and Joko and Stevens all with strikes for Collinsville. And here is Schuhart. She got dangerously close to throwing that one in the gutter. She'll leave up the 1 and the 2, I believe. Yep.
I got distracted by their cheers.
Yeah. Somebody for the boys' side, for the Lancers, just got 4 strikes in a row. Schuhart down 25th. 25, excuse me, will end the 6th frame, and she does so with a spare, and after 6 frames in the books, Collinsville up 448 to, no, wait a minute, Olivia Hemmerly hasn't even gone yet. That's what happens when you have 4 strikes in a row. The other team finishes way ahead of you.
Right.
Here is Hemmerly. Just because I said that, she'll pick up a strike. Well, no, oh, man.
Maybe.
Got more than I thought she was going to get.
I didn't think she was going to get that many.
She looks surprised. She's back here shrugging and like, I don't even know how that happened.
She's smiling.
Yeah, she is. I mean, you're playing a game, right? Aren't you supposed to smile when you play games?
Well, sometimes it's frustrating.
I know. Doolittle has the highest score so far for her team, so she's less frustrated than the rest of her teammates.
But she hasn't smiled yet.
No. Hemmerly picks up a spare. Okay, now I can tell you the score, 448 to 436. With 4 girls bowling strikes there, they'll probably see that point total increase as they move along here on the 7th. Casey Buckman on lane 25. Right in the middle of your screen is where we are. The big blue bowling ball is right over lane 26. Oh, boy. You don't normally see a gutter ball from Casey Buckman, but that's her 2nd one here tonight. The other one was trying to go for a split. More understandable.
I didn't even say anything that time.
Yeah. And that curved in there, but just not quite enough for Boyd. And that 7-pin wobbled for a while. She's also got the 2-8 sleeper to deal with down there as well. And so here's Casey Buckman going for a 10-pin spare.
Well, that looks better.
Yeah, much better. Well,
Okay.
left the 10-pin up, though, so a 9-pin after an open frame. And here is Brooke Boyd. Got that 2-8 sleeper, so we'll see how she handles this, and she'll, bounce off the 2 with the ball, and the ball then hits the 7, but the 8 remains standing. Elena Lang on 25. Leaves the 7. Look, man, we're exactly going on the same way here. 2 bowlers into the 7th on the boys and the girls, both sides.
That's a rarity.
It is. Riley Smith knocks down about half. Lang trying to take care of her 7-pin over on 25.
That looks good.
Yeah.
Or not.
Oh, just barely missed.
I thought I was going to hook more than it did.
I like that marbled purple and white bowling ball, though. It's purple and white, so what's not to like? Well, that one moved off to the left, and Riley Smith misses an opportunity at a spare. Here is Emmeline Williams on 25, right down the middle, and she got lucky that that wasn't a split, and then she got even luckier that 2 more pins went down and just leaves her 1. Here is Ellie Doolittle. Back-to-back strikes for Doolittle. Still can't get a smile out of her.
I'm going to have to say something when we go to commercial.
You know you're on TV, right?
Yeah.
All right, Williams down 25, trying to take care of that 9. Ooh, she missed. Oh, it bounces off
Bounce
the
out of the
gutter.
gutter.
So they won't count that one, and Coach A already saw it, and he's over there to the computer to take care of it. Ariana Schuthart on 26 now for the Lady Lancers. And that one leaves 2. The 1 and the 5 remain standing, and it looks like the 4-pin fell right in between the 1 and the 5.
I think that's the 2 and the 5, but I could be wrong.
2 and the 5? Might be. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Here is Gioko looking for, 2 in a row, but she leaves up the 10-pin. So that would have been the 4-pin fell in between the 2 and the 5, not the 1 and the 5. Schuhart will take care of that spare no matter what. 1-5, 2-5, she would have got them both.
Yeah.
Well, if it was a 1-5, it would have been a sleeper, so who knows. Here is Gioko on lane 25, trying to pick up this 10-pin. And that looks doable, and it is. So Gioko so far, no open frames. She's been going back and forth, though. Strike, spare, strike, spare, spare, strike, spare.
You sure wouldn't be able to tell that she doesn't feel well today.
Yeah. Well, that was Saturday she didn't feel well. Hopefully she's feeling better today.
I hope so.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Olivia Hemmerly picked up a strike. That is her first strike of this first game. She had one open frame in the 4th. Other than that, everything was spares. And Kellen Stevens with another strike. That's back-to-back strikes for her. We are done with frame number 7. Collinsville still out front now, 5:33 to 5:16. Boys, 6:46 for Collinsville, 5:95 for Belleville East. Casey Buckman will get things going here in the 8th frame. What was that?
Turkey over there on
Okay.
Belleville East.
Somebody had to stand up and do the gobble,
Yeah.
gobble, gobble thing, and it sounded like it was right in my microphone.
I saw that.
One left for Buckman. Here is Boyd, and she'll leave up 2. Moving right along here. It was a nice day outside today.
It was.
Rained early. Still wasn't too bad temperature-wise. I took a coat. I brought my coat in because I don't think it's going to feel as great when we walk back out there.
I don't think it's going to feel that great by midweek.
Yeah. Well, that front moved through, and it's taken a while for the cold air behind it to come through. And then, of course, when we get out of here, it'll be dark, so that means no more sunshine, which takes away some temperature anyway. But yeah, I was on the way here from school, and my car said it was 63 outside, and it was sunny, so that even makes it feel better. Sun came out about, I don't know, a little after 12 o'clock. Elena Lang on 26 for Collinsville and hits that head pin on the left-hand side and leaves up the 9-pin. Riley Smith ready to go over on 25 for Belleville East. Waiting on the young Jay Veer for Belleville East to finish up. And that one looks good, but leaves up the 10-pin.
Everybody's favorite.
Everybody's favorite. And Lang will miss to the right this time.
She would have got the 10-pin.
She would have. Maybe Riley Smith took notes. Here is Smith, and that attempt at that 10-pin.
That looks good.
Yep, she'll get it. Emmeline Williams on 26 for Collinsville now. Yeah, it didn't hook. Didn't hook enough. Ellie Doolittle readies herself on 25.
Got some Taco Bell over there.
Yeah. That's what I had before I walked in the door.
Hey, it's right across the street.
It is. Makes it a lot easier. I went up and filled up my car at the Walmart gas station before that, too. Everything was right here, so I'm going to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Strike for Doolittle, and that gives her a turkey. And I wasn't watching to see if she smiled. A little bit of a smile there. Hey, I saw it. I saw
that.
All right, and we are to our 4th bowlers on each side. First up, well, she'll back off and let her male counterpart go over here on lane 27 for Collinsville. They're into the 9th frame, and the Kahawks have a lead of 766 to 712 do the boys. Meanwhile, Brooke Boyd will go down 25 while Gielko waited, and she'll leave up just the 5-pin. And now here is Layla on 26. This better be a strike, because that would be like, you know, the strike spare thing, and it is. 2 open frames, though, here in the 8th for Collinsville. Actually, 3, sorry. Buckman, Lang, and Williams all left open frames. So nice for Gielko to bail her teammates out there a little bit. Ariana Schuhart on 25, looking to pick up that 1 pin, and she will. And now Kellen Stevens will try for her own turkey here.
I don't know about that one.
That looks,
Yeah.
looked a little heavy. And she will leave up just 1 pin. And that would be the 9. Here is Hemmerly for Belleville East, and how about a strike for her? So 2 strikes and 3 spares in that 8th frame for Belleville East. And Collinsville, they are just barely ahead right now. Stevens has 1 more throw, and even when she hits that one, it's going to be 6:08 to 6:05. So all of a sudden, that lead shrunk down to 3 here for Collinsville, as Stevens picks up her spare. And, I was off by 1. 6:09 to 6:05, because she was coming off a strike. Gets a little extra there. 9th frame is where we go. Kahawks up by just 4 pins. They struggled a bit against Alton last week. Ended up losing that one. Boys did too, after mathematical geniuses had to figure things out. Here's Casey Buckman.
Boys are bowling well today.
Yeah, they are.
Hopefully I don't black cloud them with that.
Yeah, they can't hear you now, I'm sure.
They can't hear me, but they can probably sense it.
Yeah, Casey Buckman picks up a strike, and her counterpart, Brooke Boyd, leaves a split. Got the 6 and the 10 over on one side, and then I believe the 8 on, that's the 4. The dreaded 4 on the other side. Here's Elena Lang. Well, about back-to-back strikes for the Kahawks here to start the 9th. That's what you need to do when you come into the 9th with only 4 pins up. Because I'm fairly certain that Boyd's going to leave with an open frame after this one.
More than likely, yes. As soon as I say something, the boys don't strike over there.
See, that's that jinx, and we're not even covering the boys.
I make a really
just
good,
got the 10 pin.
Make a really good black cloud for that.
That was a good try, though, man, because I know she was trying to hit that 6 pin over there on the far right-hand side and knock it over into that 4 pin, but she barely missed that 6 pin, and Emmeline Williams couldn't make it a team turkey, and she'll knock down 7 and have her own little bit of a split to deal with. She has the 1, 2, and the 7. Riley Smith will leave herself a sleeper. Williams trying to pick up her spare. Looks pretty good. Oh, how did that pin not slide over there and hit that 7?
It just like went right in front of it.
Sure did. So she will have an open frame for the 3rd straight frame. Will Williams. Here is Gielko. Layla on 25. That looks a little off, just a little bit. Oh, well. And all of that turns out that she'll just leave the 5 pin up.
That should be an easy spare.
Yeah. And the sleeper taken care of there by Riley Smith, the only junior on the roster out of a group of seniors. They have a sophomore, Peyton Streeter, playing over there that if they have to plug in, they will, according to Coach Gilly. Gielko takes care of her spare, which that means that the 10th frame, she'll get a strike. That makes sense, though, because then she'll get 2 extra balls, right?
That's true.
Here is Ellie Doolittle. Doolittle coming off of a turkey looking for 4 in a row. And she will get 4 in a row. Looks like she was relieved.
Yeah, she seems relieved about that one.
Yeah. Kellen Stevens on 25.
Looks good.
And that's a strike. That's how Collinsville will end the 9th. 2 more bowlers still to go over here for the Lady Lancers. Ariana Schuhart looking over to who wants to go first here, guys? All right, she's gonna let her her friend on the boys team go first. I would assume they're all friends.
I would hope so.
Yeah. That young gentleman picks up a strike. They've started the 10th frame over on the boys' side. And that is a lot of 7 in a row for that young man. Good for him. How about a strike there for Schuhart? And Belleville East is just taking the lead for the girls. They still have 1 more bowler to go to add on to that lead.
This is coming down to that works. This is coming down to the 10th frame for both teams.
Yeah. I'm sure your dad will provide me all the information I need on the boys' side.
He will.
Here is Hemmerly on 26. That looks pretty good. How about another strike? How about 3 straight strikes to end the 9th? And a turkey for Hemmerly, and we go now to the 10th, and Collinsville is now trailing 718 to 678. So a very important 10th frame coming up here. I don't have your score sheet, Coach.
I don't want it.
No, I don't want that responsibility. I'll mess it up. All right, here's Casey Buckman getting the 10th frame started here for the Lady Kahawks.
Looks good.
Does. And a strike, so she'll get a couple of extra. Anything to help. Brooke Boyd on 25 for Belleville East.
Oh, my.
She'll leave up the 4 and the 7.
I don't know if you saw that, but Jay's coach over there, he's pumped up after that strike.
Buckman with her first extra throw here in the 10th after starting off with a strike. See if she can make it turkey.
Looks good.
Yeah.
No, not quite.
She'll leave up the 4. The dreaded 4.
Everybody's favorite.
And a spare for Boyd will give her 1 extra throw. Buckman's going to win the head-to-head battle here. And Casey will throw her last ball here in this first game and miss. Ooh. And Casey will end up with a 162. Boyd already at 127, so she will not have a chance to come back, and she'll knock down 8 of the 10 and end up with a 135. Elena Lang on 26 for Collinsville, and oh boy.
That's not fun.
Not in the 10th frame, especially with your team behind. 7-10 split.
About all you can do there is get 1.
Yeah. Looks like she may have enough to win, but that all depends on what young Riley Smith does here on 25. This is her first try. Oh man, I can't believe that didn't go down.
It was like halfway down and it stood back up.
Yes, it did. Had a mind of its own. Lang down 26, and she'll kick a field goal.
3 points.
3 points, but not 3 points. And she will end up with a 139. Well, she had a lead. She still does, but right now it's only a 6-pin lead. Still waiting on Riley Smith to throw her second, but first Emmeline Williams is going to come up and throw her first. Down 26. That's going to curve right at the last second. And, oh, man, I can't believe what's going on over here on lane 26. Another split. Here is Smith trying to pick up that lone pin, and she will miss. Oh, boy. So she will win the head-to-head match, Will Lang.
By 6.
Yeah. She just gave Collinsville an extra point with that miss. All right, here is Lang, who has a, what is that, 8-10?
Yes.
Yeah. I guess it's better than the 7-10, but still really not. And she'll just pick up the 8. And Williams will end up with a 105, so she will lose because she's going head-to-head with Ellie Doolittle, who has been a strike machine as of late, and she leaves the 10-pin as soon as I say that.
Hey, she smiled.
Yeah, she did. Big smile. Can't smile when you get strikes in a row, but you smile when you leave up a 10-pin? What's up with that?
I don't know.
That's totally backwards. Layla Jayoko looking for a strike to keep the strike spare thing going on here. more importantly, get a couple of extra throws here at the end. And that one, ooh, man.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay.
Moved it just a little bit. Here is Doolittle going for pin number 10. She'll pick that one up. And she'll have an extra throw. Well over 200. She's already at 219 with one more ball to throw. Here is Joko going for her spare on 26.
Looks good.
And it is good, so she'll have one more throw to try to get herself over 200. And Doolittle's final throw of this first game on the way. That's not bad, man.
No, not at all.
Not bad at all. She will end up with a 229 in her first go-around. And she will beat Williams head-to-head, with Williams having that 105. And Jayoko with her last throw. She will not get over 200, I don't think, if I do my math correctly.
197.
Yeah. And that's exactly what she gets, is 197. She's going up against Schuhart, who throws over on 25 and leaves up the 10 pin. And now Kellen Stevens will take her turn over on 26. And here is her first throw. That looks good. There you go. Strike. Close head-to-head match going up with these last four. Stevens started off with a 167 to a 164 for Hemmerly. Hemmerly, of course, has not thrown yet as we await Schuhart to get through over on 25. And she's trying to pick up her 10 pin to get herself an extra throw, and she will.
That somehow stayed on the lane.
I know. I thought it was maybe heading toward the gutter, but had that spin. That ball was spinning to the left, so I kind of figured it would stay up. All right, here is Stevens on 26 with her second throw. She has one more coming to her after this. That one looks good as well. And how about back-to-back strikes for Stevens, and another turkey for her. She already had one earlier in the game. Sometimes these turkey gobbles sound more like Indian calls.
Yeah, some of them do. Trying to keep an eye on the boys match over here. It looks close.
10:57 to 9:70 right now, but Belleville East still has two more bowlers to throw.
And they're working on strikes too.
Well, here is Schuhart on 25. Her final throw of this first game. She will pick up a strike and end up with a 162, so Jaoko will win that head-to-head matchup. Kellen Stevens, her final throw here in game number one. She is above 200, so she'll become the only Lady Kahok that will end up over 200. She'll end up with a turkey in the 10th and 4 in a row overall. Hemmerly goes, and she'll pick up a strike to make things a little bit more interesting. Stevens finishes with a 217. Collinsville is not going to win the overall game, though, because Belleville East already has the lead in this one, and Collinsville's already finished. So the Kahawks, well, still in jeopardy of Hemmerly.
He's getting the numbers for us.
Winning that head-to-head game. Well, she left up the 10 pin. So I think that might have, I think the only way she would have had a chance is if she would have got a strike.
Right. Because she can max out at 213, it looks like.
Yep. So it'll be close, though. Belleville East will get 5 points, actually 6, and Collinsville will pick up 4. So that'll be a very close first game. One more throw for Olivia Hemmerly, and then we will be finished with game number one. And she will not pick that one up, so she'll be stuck at 212. And Stevens got her by 5 pins. Collinsville wins 4 of the 5 head-to-head matches, but Belleville East will win the team match 871 to 820, giving them a 6-4 lead after one game in the books. And time for us to take a break. And we'll be back here with game number 2 in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network. Collinsville Barbecue Supply, home of Code 3 Spices, is first responder owned by proud Kahok alums. Located at 1966 Vandalia, Collinsville Barbecue Supply is your one-of-a-kind barbecue headquarters that focuses on everything barbecue and cooking, providing the best American-made barbecue grills, in-person class instruction, smokers, rubs, sauces, accessories, and cooking expertise from professional barbecue experts, including an in-house chef and pitmaster. Code 3 Spices provides award-winning sauces and rubs that supports our nation's first responder and military organizations that focus on the fallen, suicide prevention, and PTSD awareness. Stop on by, see the guys at Collinsville Barbecue Supply for all of your cooking and grilling needs. Collinsville Barbecue Supply, home of the 4-time world champion Patriot Sauce. Learn more about their products and mission in giving back to those who serve at collinsvillebarbecue.com or call 618-855-8855. Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Jason Regg, your Benjamin F. Edwards financial advisor, understands this. That's why Jason Regg is a proud supporter of your Collinsville Kahawks and the Kahawk Sports Network, as well as the Kahawk Educator of the Month Award. For all of your investment needs, see financial advisor and investment vice president Jason Regg at the Benjamin F. Edwards office in Collinsville, located at 1008 Vandalia Street, or call Jason Regg at 618-223-5215 or visit benjaminfedwards.com. Benjamin F. Edwards, member SIPC.
We love to have you come work for the city of Collinsville. We have many positions available, from seasonal jobs to full-time opportunities in many of our departments. From police and fire to Gateway Center, Parks and Recreation, and City Hall. Our employees enjoy great benefits like comprehensive medical plans, paid time off, tuition reimbursement, and more. Visit the city's website, collinsvilleil.org, to apply and learn more about working for the city of Collinsville.
All Pro Tees in Caseyville is your place for custom apparel and has been for over 20 years now. Why? All Pro Tees can handle any size project, big or small, and they specialize in large group orders. At All Pro Tees, quality is number one on their list of priorities, as is evident by their excellent service staff. Did we mention All Pro Tees has over 20 years of experience? They can even help with fundraisers and event merchandising for your group. And of course, All Pro Tees is your destination for everything Collinsville Kahawks. So for all of your apparel needs, for civic groups, sports teams, business outings, or even a family reunion, your apparel needs stop at All Pro Tees. All Pro Tees in Caseyville at 2240 South Morrison Avenue. Online at allprotees.com. Right across the street from Kahawk Stadium. All Pro Tees, 618-344-2200. Celebrate the life of your loved one should be as special as the person they represent. That's why you will always find the staff at Her Funeral Home in Collinsville ready to go the extra mile to meet the needs of you and your family during those times. For over 100 years, Her Funeral Home has been there for Collinsville and the surrounding communities. Of the many arrangements made after losing a loved one, the first is the selection of a funeral home. The staff at Her Funeral Home in Collinsville can help with that planning. Call Her Funeral Home in Collinsville at 618-344-0187. Her Funeral Home, serving Collinsville families for over 100 years. 618-344-0187. Got questions about Medicare? If you're approaching the age of 65, the answer to that question is a resounding yes. Bill Holton is a former Collinsville Raider and Kahawk football player and is now an independent broker with Senior Health Plans, and he can answer all of those tough questions when it comes to Medicare. Which plan, which part, what's covered, and what's not. If you're approaching the age of Medicare and need those questions answered, let Bill Holton get you those answers. Bill Holton with Senior Health Plans. Call him today at 618-978-2306 or email Bill Holton at william.holton@yahoo.com. Once again, we welcome you back here to Camelot Bowl in Collinsville. Todd Duke and Brandon Campbell along with you. The girls win. They win 6-4, lost 6-4 in that first game because, well, Collinsville got 4 of the head-to-head matches. Belleville East got 1, but Belleville East won the match, so 5 points plus the 1 head-to-head gives them 6. Collinsville gets 4. JV girls, well, Collinsville's going to lose tonight over there because they only have 1 girl bowling, so they're going to lose by forfeit all 3 of their matches. The Belleville East JV boys won over Collinsville, 783 to 728. And the boys won, Collinsville's boys won. And they have a 8-2 advantage over their Belleville East counterparts in that one. I believe Collinsville scored 16-14. You know your dad's handwriting, I don't. That's 16-14? Is that what that says?
Yes.
But he didn't put it.
Wait.
Well, it's not 16-14.
I don't know. We'll figure it out.
I know. Collinsville won though, 8-2. So 2 of the head-to-head matches, Belleville East won, but Collinsville got the other 3 plus the other 5 points for winning the match. So therefore, you have it at 8-2. We're underway here in game number 2 on the girls. 1 frame in the book already, and Collinsville has an 82-64 lead. And I'll let Brandon have a little fun here for a moment. Have fun, Brandon.
All right. So far, so good. I have not black clouded the boys so far. Although Wildy did miss a spare as soon as I said something, so I need to learn to be quiet. So far through 2 frames, Buckman has gone spare strike. Shout out to Buckman. She's kind of been struggling here at Camelot from what I've been seeing, but she bowled really well over the weekend, so congrats to her. She, I can't remember what she averaged, but it was over 200. I think it was a 1252 series, whatever that average is too. Emily Williams leaves up the 310 on 25. I don't know the names for the Belleville East girls other than Ellie Doolittle, so I will just wait until Mr. Duke comes back and he will be able to tell you the names, because actually I do know Riley Smith, who just threw out a spare, younger sister of Julia Smith, who bowled here a couple years ago. Both on the 3rd bowlers here for Collinsville and East. Williams throwing at her 310 on 25, and Doolittle throwing a strike shot here on 26. Really good 229, I believe she had the last game. That looks a little left, leaving the 5 and the 9. Coach is giving a little advice here. Looks like her swing got a little out of whack on that shot. Couldn't really see it myself. Jayoko on 25. Stuff the 9-pin. Roll it? Nope. Stuff the 9-pin on 25. Throwing at the 5-9 for Doolittle on 26. Oh boy, looks like we're going to get the 9 there out of the 5-9. I thought that was her first open, but that's actually her second open of the day. I believe her 229 last game was clean. Been watching a lot of bowling here lately. They had the holiday doubles over at St. Clair this past weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Stream on Inside Bowling. A lot of professionals bowl that event for those that are unfamiliar with it. So it's cool to see those guys in the St. Louis area. In fact, Mookie Betts actually bowled in the event Saturday at 2 o'clock. So if anybody's interested in watching him bowl, you can go back and watch the stream over on Inside Bowling. They do really good work. But yeah, I've been watching a lot of bowling lately. So happy to be back in another bowling alley today. Take a day off tomorrow and then bowl league on Wednesday, and probably get some practice on Wednesday before I bowl league. Haven't bowled in almost 2 weeks, so need to get some practice in. But I've been bowling decent lately, so been throwing it good, so that's always nice. Anyway, back to Stevens on 25. Nice strike for her. She's kind of been struggling this year from what I've seen, but she looks pretty good tonight so far. Boys going into their second frame. They're actually behind. They had some lane issues with 27, so they are just getting underway in the second frame. Collinsville's gone spare and 4 strikes. Like I said, trying not to black cloud them. As we finish up the second frame here on the girls' side.
All right. How's it going?
It's going.
Okay. It's better than it's stopping.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, so no changes for either team, it appears. Because I did ask Coach Yulia to come over and tap me on the shoulder if she made any changes. She didn't do that, so. But, you know, sometimes coaches forget.
It's true.
All right, so 2 frames in the books. Collinsville up only by 5 pins, 126 to 121. Cahoks led most of that game in that first game, and then those last 3 frames kind of caught up to them. Here is Casey Buckman. Buckman on 26, looking for back-to-back strikes.
It's got to hook a little bit.
It does, and now about a 7-10 split. I think we had one of those in that first game, didn't we?
Yeah, I think it was it Elena Lang?
I think so. Over on the other side, Brooke Boyd has a bit of a mess to clean up as well. She has the 1, 2, 4, and then the 10. A little bit of a better opportunity to get that 10 pin when you've got more pins up there spinning around and flying all over the place. But we'll see how Casey Buckman deals with the 7-10 split. I'd love to see her get it.
She's going for the 7 pin. That's
yeah,
different.
well, hit it head on, so that wasn't going to fly anywhere. Update.
My dad says the high score on the boys' side, Jace Coates had 244 and Brody Hoganson had 220.
Okay.
I didn't see the other games.
Yeah.
What all they had, but
high game for the girls in that first one belonged to Kellen Stevens with a 217, but Ellie Doolittle outdid that with a 229 for Belleville East. They did not go head-to-head, though. Doolittle, the 3rd bowler for Belleville East. Stevens, the anchor bowler.
I'm glad I got that right. I couldn't remember if it was 229 or 222.
At any rate, here is Riley Smith on 25 after an open frame by Brooke Boyd. Elena Lang going for the 7 pin, and that needs to hook or else it's not going, and it didn't. No hook there whatsoever. Boys are in the middle of their 2nd frame, and the girls are in the middle of their 3rd. I don't know what the delay was over there for the boys.
I think they had some lane issues with 27.
Did they? Here is Emmeline Williams on 26. She'll leave up the dreaded 4 pin. Meanwhile, Riley Smith.
4 pin today, though.
Yeah, we have so far. Riley Smith picks up her spare. Back-to-back spares for her after an open frame in the first. That'll bring up Ellie Doolittle, who finished with a flurry in that first game, but she has started off with 2 open frames here in game number 2. So I bet she wasn't smiling then.
No, I did not see a smile out of her.
No, I guess not. That was a nice little pickup there by Williams. I didn't know if that was going to move to the left at the last minute like it usually does, but it didn't. Here is Doolittle. Doolittle will erase those bad memories of 2 open frames with a strike.
Hey, she smiled.
Yep. Layla Joko on 26 for Collinsville. That looks good, but the 10 pin stays. Looked like she did everything right.
Yeah.
Just happens.
That's the way bowling is.
It is. That's why it's frustrating, just like golf. Joko going for the 10 pin. Trying to pick up that spare for back-to-back spares for herself. She had an open frame in the first as well.
That looks good.
And that is good. Ariana Schuhart on 25 now for the Lady Lancers. And she will pick up a strike. She's going head-to-head with Layla. And right now they are dead even at 38 apiece.
Still early.
Kellen Stevens going for a turkey here to begin the 3rd. Or 2nd, excuse me. Well, begin the 3rd frame. 2nd game. And here is that try. You get in there, huh? God, didn't hook enough. Leaves up the 2 and the 4. Here is Hemmerly. She'll take down the left side, leave up the 3, 6, and the 10 on the right side. She didn't like that.
She's not smiling after that.
No. Stevens going for her spare first. I saw my picture jump, man. What's going on there?
Looks good to me.
Yeah, it does on there. I'm talking about the one on my
Oh.
phone. If it flickers or glitches, then there's something going on here. And I look down, and I got plenty of kilobytes per second going on there. So I don't know if I just looked down at the wrong time or what. Maybe my eyes got a glitch. I have no idea. All right, 3 frames in the books. Collinsville with 3 straight spares to end that third. And Belleville East had 2 spares and 2 strikes to end that third. And Collinsville somehow in the lead, 219 to 189. And here is Casey Buckman to get us going in the fourth.
Uh-oh.
Oops, stay up, stay up.
Stayed on the lane.
It did. Ends up with just the 1 and the 2 pin left. Brooke Boyd, the number 1 bowler for Belleville East. Up there, down 26 it goes. And how about a double split, the 4 and the 7 and the 6 and the 10. With her coach standing right next to her, that'd make me nervous.
Yeah.
Well, it's one of the coaches. Obviously, that is not Alexis Gilly. Here is Buckman, and she'll pick up her spare on 25. Well, let's see what Brooke Boyd can do with this.
Probably just get 2 if I was guessing.
I would think so. If you're lucky, you might get a third one to fall. There is that try. And she will only pick up 1. So she was not lucky. Matter of fact, unlucky. Trying to go for 2 and got 1. Now she's getting some instructions from her coach. Here is Elena Lang on 25 for Collinsville, and that one had too much head pin, so she'll leave up a 4-10 split. The 2 worst pins, right? The 4 and the 10.
Yeah. There have been less of them today.
Yep. Riley Smith on 26. Looks like, ooh, hey, she got a strike. Man, that 10 pin felt over like a tree in the forest.
I thought it was going to stay.
Yeah. We'll see how Lang wants to deal with this. You know what she's got to do? Hit that 4 pin on the extreme left-hand side to knock it over into the 10. Let's see if she can do that. No, just got to hit that. Yep, she got it on the right side, though. Here is Ellie Doolittle. Doolittle with a strike in her last frame. And how about back-to-back strikes? She's like, you know what? I had enough of those open frames, so.
Those open frames aren't fun.
No. Has a nice big smile on the way back, though. Emmeline Williams on 25 for Collinsville. Man, left up the 7 pin. I thought that looked pretty good.
It did look good.
Everybody having fun out there? Everybody got their Christmas shopping done?
Don't be like me.
No. Don't be like Brandon. Here is Williams going for a spare, and she misses. Sometimes when your ball doesn't have a lot of movement to it, those ones over in the corners, the 7s and the 10s, are hard to pick up. Ariana Schuhart on 26 for Belleville East. That looks good, and it is good. Lela Joko, her counterpart, over on 25. Looking for her first strike here in this second game, and that one's not it. She has up the 2-4-5-8. Olivia Hemmerly on 26 is ready to go. And it's on the way. And a strike for her. So 4 straight strikes in that 4th frame for Belleville East. And now Collinsville being challenged once again here. They came into this 4th frame with the lead, the Kahawks did. And it's going to take some doing. That'll help.
I wasn't sure she was going to get that.
I didn't me either. So Collinsville right now 4 pins behind Belleville East, and we still have Kellen Stevens left to go. Stevens, a strike spare to start off game number 2. See if she can get back on the strike train here. It is on the way. And the 10 pin stays.
Everybody's favorite.
Yeah, especially when you have a ball that looks that good.
Yeah.
I mean, that came in with a perfect approach. Boys are up right now, midway through the fourth, 318 to 286. We only have one more bowling match to cover this year for Collinsville, and we'll do that in the new year as Stevens picks up her spare, and we head to frame number 5, Collinsville up 291 to 276. We will cover the girls one more time. That'll be on January the 6th as O'Fallon comes to town. That'll be a good battle.
Always is.
Right now, Collinsville, O'Fallon, and Belleville East all come in at 3-1. Buckman, a little bit too much of the head pin there, and I think she's kind of fortunate there's only 2 pins left standing. Meanwhile, on the other side, Brooke Boyd picks up a strike. That's her first strike here in this second game. She was the only one that did not strike for Belleville East in that 4th frame.
She said, I'm not doing that again.
Yeah. Riley Smith wastes no time going up there and throwing that one down 25, but she will not go to strike this time. As Casey Buckman looks to pick up her spare, and she will. Riley Smith. Looks like she has the 1 and then the 3-9 sleeper that awaits her. And here is that try. It looks pretty good, yeah. Elena Lang for Collinsville. And that looks good. Oh man, the 10 pin again.
Can't beat the 10 pin.
That 10 pin can be frustrating, especially when you keep on doing it.
Yeah.
Ellie Doolittle on 25, looking for a turkey here in the middle part of this second game, and here is that try.
Looks good.
Yeah, it does. Yep. How about another turkey? She had 2 in the first game and ended up with the high score of all 10 bowlers with a 229. She had a turkey in the middle of that first game, and then she had one at the end. Turkey in the 10th. Lang trying to go for the 10 pin, went into the gutter instead. Ariana Schuhart on 25 now for the Lady Lancers. That one looks good, and it is as well. So back-to-back strikes. This time it's Riley Smith who couldn't hold up the strike department for her team, as Emmeline Williams leaves up the 6 and the 10. Tell you what, if Hemmerly comes up there and gets a strike, Smith will be like, okay, my bad. Here is Hemmerly's try. That one's got to move. That one's got to move, and she missed the head pin.
As soon as we say something.
Yeah. Williams at the 6 and the 10. That's going to go in the gutter. That's what Collinsville didn't need, holding a slim lead as they went into this 5th frame. And here is Hemmerly on 25. She'll leave the 10 pin standing. So an open frame, the only open frame in that 5th frame for Belleville East. So now Layla Jaoko and Kellen Stevens need to do something good here. And Jaoko will do exactly that with a strike. Stevens hoping to finish it up the same way.
We have a Jacob Taylor sighting behind us. Former Kahok bowler.
Yeah. A little bit of a shorter hairdo than what I remember.
Yeah, he cut all his hair off.
Yeah. All right, here is Kellen Stevens. Stevens will pick up a strike as well, so that will help. After back-to-back open frames, Collinsville ends that one with back-to-back strikes, and right now, Belleville East with a slim lead, 384 to 366. I'd give you an update on the boys, but Wouldn't be doing anybody any favors now because Collinsville has one more bowler left and Belleville East still has 3. Here is Casey Buckman to start off the 6th frame, and she does so with a strike. And now Brooke Boyd on 26 will leave a split. Man, that 7-pin wobbled not once but twice.
We're getting a lot of Taco Bell today.
What's up with that?
I think the Taco Bell thing is when they all throw 5 strikes.
Yeah.
They say that after they all throw 5 strikes.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did in the 5th frame.
I would have to ask them where that comes from.
Yeah. And Riley Smith going for her split. And that one looks promising. I was going to say it kicked over there. 4 and the 7 is what's left for Elena Lang over on 25. And she will, that 7-pin looked like it almost didn't want to go.
All you got to do is hit it.
Yep. And Riley Smith takes care of her strike. That's her 2nd here in this 2nd game. Emmeline Williams on 25 readies herself for the Lady Kahawks.
Just left.
A lot of head pin there, but somehow or another, she got them all to go down.
Better to be lucky than good sometimes.
That's exactly right. Here is Ellie Doolittle going for 4 strikes in a row.
Yep.
Ooh, the 10-pin stays. Layla Jaoko on lane 25 looking for back-to-back strikes. Midway through game number 2, this is when you ought to be finding a groove, right?
You would think.
Yeah. And also left up the 10-pin. Doolittle will go after hers first. And she will drop off into the gutter. Jaoko.
Hopefully will not do the same thing.
I'm thinking that as well. And that one looks pretty good if it doesn't miss left. Okay, good. So, 3 straight spares and then a strike and then a spare again for Layla. And here is who she is going head-to-head with. That would be Ariana Schuhart. She'll go on 26. First she has to wait for the gentleman from Collinsville to go down 27. But in the meantime, Kellen Stevens is going to go down 25. And Stevens will pick up a strike. That's back-to-back strikes for her. And that'll end the 6th frame here for the Lady Kahawks, who will still be trailing. And a strike from Schuhart will make that a little worse. Was just 3 pins. Now it's more than that. And Himmerly has still yet to throw here in this 6th frame.
Waiting on the varsity again.
Yep. All right, now Himmerly's ready. There is her throw down 26.
Looks good.
And a little bit of a split there, the 6 and the 7. So a little bit of a difficult throw here to try to end the 6th for Himmerly.
Probably just get 1 here, if I was guessing.
Yeah, got to hit that 6 pin on the right-hand side. And here is that try. She's going for it and just missed. 1 more inch to the left, and she might have had a chance to pick up that split. After 6 in the books, Collinsville trails 487 to 446. So a little bit of an uphill climb here for the Kahawks as they are down by 41 pins. I think about this point last game, Collinsville was up by 41 pins and couldn't hold it.
Maybe it'll be the opposite this game.
Could be. That's what I'm hoping, man. You read my mind. Here is Casey Buckman. Down 26 to get frame number 7 going, and she starts us off with a strike. Back-to-back for her.
That's a sanctioned double right there.
Yes. Brooke Boyd on 25. Oh, what in the world? Balk. Wrong sport, dude. I don't know what I think her coach was talking to her when she was going up there, and it kind of threw her off. So Elena Lang's going to go first for Collinsville. Curve, hook. Nope, didn't. Missed the head pin. That could mess you up, dude.
Hopefully she doesn't balk this time.
That's like somebody sneezing in the middle of a golf swing. That'll mess you up.
That's
Boyd right down the middle, leaves up the 6 and the 10. Lang has a little bit more of a difficult challenge. The 1, 2, 4.
Is there an 8 pin there? I think
Yeah, and then the 8. Yep. So a sleeper situation to deal with. That looks pretty good, though, and nicely done by Lang. Back-to-back spares for her. Emmeline Williams is going to go for back-to-back strikes, but first Boyd has to try to pick up her spare. Belleville East a little farther behind after that brief timeout. She'll throw one off to the gutter. All right, here is Williams going for back-to-back spares. That's got a hook, and it won't. She missed the head pin as well. Still gets a little bit of a fist pump there from Coach A. Riley Smith on 25 for Belleville East, right down the middle, but she will leave up the 3, 6, and the 10. Williams has a sleeper to deal with as well, and that sleeper pin didn't go. That's the problem with those sleeper pins. They sleep. They do not wake up.
You got to hit it just right.
Yeah. Layla Jaoko on 26, ready to go.
That was some luck on
Lucky
27.
spare on 20, or strike on 27 for Collinsville. Here is Jaoko on 26, hits the head pin on the wrong side, as her ball has that right to left movement and hit the left side of the pin. Smith going for her spare on 25, and she will leave the 10 pin up. So some rough travels going on here for both teams. Layla looking to pick up her spare. On 26 it goes. And she will have no problem there. Ellie Doolittle up. On 25 for Belleville East. That one looks good. Oh, that 7 pin got squeezed, man.
Yeah.
Pin over in the gutter. Stop that pin that's laying next to it from knocking it over.
There's another lucky strike for Collinsville on 28.
Hey, you know what? Luck is a good thing, man.
It is.
Here's Kellen Stevens on 26.
That was pretty good.
How about a turkey for Kellen Stevens, who now has 5 strikes in the 7 frames. Doolittle trying to pick up the 7, and it wasn't there. So Collinsville finished with the 7th frame. And after being down by 41 pins, they might have made a bit of a comeback here, but we still have 2 more bowlers to go here for Belleville East, and here is the first of the 2, Ariana Schuhart. Schuhart with the golden ball down 25.
Is that golden?
It is, I think so, something like that. Butterscotch, I don't know. How about a strike, and how about 4 in a row for her? Oh, excuse me, 5 in a row. Sometimes they can't count. It's that quality math education I got at Collinsville High School. Just kidding.
That's why we let my dad do all the math.
Uh-huh. All right, so Collinsville will not have the lead. I didn't think they were going to have the lead back, but I thought they'd get a little closer. Well, we still have 1 more bowler to go here, and Hemmerly is up on 25. Looking to pick up her spare, and she will leave 1. So after 7 frames, Belleville East still up front. A little closer, though, for Collinsville, 561 to 547. So they made up some of that 41 pin difference, and now it is a 14 pin difference. So the comeback begins.
Yeah.
Frame 8 is where we are. And to get us started, it is Casey Buckman on lane 25.
That looks good.
Yeah.
Or not.
Well, left up just one.
I never
And
doubted that.
Boyd, I love your confidence, sir. Boyd down 26. And that one's going to be a good one as well. Elena Lang on 25. Do I have those right? Lang and Williams? Seems like, I don't know, man. Seems like the last time I did the girls, I was backwards. I think. I'm not sure.
He may have switched it.
You know, he never tells me anything, and nobody's corrected me yet, so.
I'm getting the side eye over there.
You are?
Yeah, from Hoganson.
Oh, okay.
I haven't black clouded him yet today.
So he's got your number.
Yeah. He has a sense.
Collinsville, down 25, and a little bit off.
Another 4-pin on 26, now that I'm looking at it.
Yeah. Are you shocked?
No, not
No.
at all.
Riley Smith trying to pick up that 4-pin. And she'll just miss it. All right, that is Emmeline Williams. I had to make sure. I don't want to get things wrong. Normally by now somebody would have corrected me, though.
I was pretty sure you were right.
She'll leave up one. And here is Ellie Doolittle down 26. She just nicked that head pin as well. Kind of gets the same result that Casey Buckman did when she did the same thing on 25. She'll leave up just the one pin. And I believe it's the same pin, if I'm not mistaken, number 2.
Yeah, it is.
Here is Layla Jalko on 25, looking for, well, I didn't say it too soon anyway. She was looking for 4 strikes in a row. Excuse me, I'm looking at the wrong one. That's Stevens who has 4 in a row. So Layla is going for 3 spares in a row, and a spare is had by Doolittle. Sure, she's happy about that after a 9 and an open in frame 6 and 7. This time she has the 9 and the spare. And here is Jalko trying to pick up her spare, and she will. And now we are all caught up. Both teams with the, nope, I'm wrong. Both teams are not with the anchor bowlers. Here is Ariana Schuhart on 26.
Well, if she strikes again, then you'll be caught up.
And she didn't. Almost, man. That one pin was spinning right next to the 7. Now Kellen Stevens going for 4 in a row. She has a lot of spin on her ball. That looks really good. 4 in a row and 6 out of the 8 frames here in this second game. And she might be single-handedly catching her team up there. But, you know, the rest of her teammates are helping out too. 2 strikes and 2 spares in that 8th frame for Collinsville. Here is Schuhart, who immediately looks down at the ground when she throws the ball like something happened. But whatever the case is, she picked up that 7. And now we are down to Hemmerly before we head to the 9th. And here is Hemmerly. Got a little too much head pin again. I love her reaction after some of these throws.
She's not having fun this game.
I know. 3, 6, and the 10 await her, and stands in between all of us going into the 9th frame here in game number 2. Three, 6, 10 try on the way from Olivia Hemmerly, and she will pick that up. And we will head to the 9th frame, and we have swung it on over. Collinsville with the lead now, 6:53 to 6:29, so they erased that 41 pin deficit and have now taken the lead, has the Kahawks, have the Kahawks by 34? No, 24.
I don't feel like doing math.
I had to do it in my head, which is really hard for me to do. Casey Buckman down 26, leaves up the 10. Collinsville trailing 6-4 after that first game. I'd love to make a little bit of that up. Here is Brooke Boyd down 25. That ball needed a little bit more movement on it. She'll leave up the 1, 2, and the 4 pin. Buckman, ready on 26. And that looks good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now that one I definitely never doubted.
Yeah. She's usually pretty good about picking up just the 1 pin left.
She is.
Here is Boyd on 25 trying to pick up her spare, and she will. So both first bowlers with a spare each. And here is Elena Lang. On 26 for Collinsville. And had some good movement on it.
Ball hooked a lot.
Did. Riley Smith on 25 for Belleville East did not have enough movement on it. Missed the head pin. She's got a sleeper to deal with as well as she leaves up the 1, 2, and the 8. The old 4 pin awaits Elena Lang. Lang lets it go.
Looks good.
Yep. Straight as an arrow. Smith down 25, and she will get all of them. Not an easy task. We're now to the middle bowlers. Up first is Emmeline Williams.
I think the boys are up, but I can't see that very well.
786 to 707 they are. Oh, and at the last second, that 7 pin falls to save Williams from a split.
Makes it easier.
Yeah, just a bit. Ellie Doolittle on 25 now. Oh, well, that's better than a split as well.
That's true.
And here is Williams, and she might have
hook
gone
a
a little
little.
too far
Yeah.
right. Yeah. So Doolittle, who already has a lead over the Collinsville freshman, can extend it by 1 pin. Right now, 142 to 98. So Doolittle, who had the highest game in the first one at 229, really took care of Williams, 229 to 105. Doolittle will pick up her spare, and we are down to the number 4 bowler on each side.
I'm surprised we're still almost even with the boys over there.
I know.
Usually they bowl a little faster.
Yep. Gets down there a little quicker. A little more miles per hour behind the boys' throws. Here is Ariana Schuhart on 25, and she picks up a strike. Layla, who is behind,
It's got a hook.
and she
It
will
did.
pick up a strike as well. She needed that because she was a little bit behind, a lot behind actually. 197 to 149 in favor of Schuhart right now. Kellen Stevens will step up, but I think she is going to let Hemmerly go first. She is down 25 for Hemmerly. She will leave the 10 pin. Stevens going for 5 in a row. She already has 6 strikes out of the previous 8 frames. And she lets it fly down 26. That looks good. Oh, left up the 10. Both of them did. Both of them had good-looking approaches as well. There is Hemmerly going for the 10 pin. She'll pick it up.
I think that was a Kansas City Chiefs ball.
Was it?
Yeah, I think it was.
Could be.
What are they, like 13-1 this year?
Chiefs won again yesterday, yeah. Patrick Mahomes got hurt in that game. I haven't heard any reports on about next week yet. Actually, the Chiefs are playing 3 games in 11 days. So they play again on Thursday. And then I believe they have the Christmas Day game as well.
I think they do.
And Stevens picks up hers. That's it for the 9th. We head to the 10th. Collinsville up 749 to 714. Close game. Collinsville ahead in a couple of the head-to-head battles. The first and the fifth, Buckman has a nice lead over her counterpart, and Stevens has a nice lead over her counterpart as well. Everything else is either close. The second bowlers are only separated by 1 pin, but the 3 and the 4, that's being won right now by Belleville East.
That's got to hook a lot.
Here is Buckman, and it hooks too much, exactly. Really, it did, because it hit that head pin over on the left-hand side. Normally she approaches and it hits that head pin on the right. So she'll leave up a little bit of a split down there with the 3 and the 10. And here is Brooke Boyd on 26, and she'll pick up a strike, so she'll get a chance to close that gap, but that's a pretty big gap to close. 180 to 132 right now. Buckman has the lead, and she goes for her spare here.
She's got a chance.
And nope, missed the 3-pin though. So her
181.
second game will end with a 181, but better than her first game of a 162. Boyd will have 2 more throws coming her way, but she's 50 pins behind, so I don't think she's going to be able to catch up.
I think she can only get to 152.
Yeah, and she'll miss the head pin, so there goes the notion of that idea. Elena Lang down 25. She'll pick up a strike. And these are the 2 that are just separated by 1 pin, Lang and Smith. But before Smith can go up, Boyd has 1 more ball to throw. And here is Boyd down 26.
I think she's going to spare that.
Yeah, I think so. So Boyd will end up with a 142. And once again, Casey Buckman will hit that head-to-head match. And how about Elena Lang trying to make it tough on Riley Smith here. Smith had a 1-pin lead coming into this 10th frame, and now here is Riley on 26. And a split is what she'll have to deal with. Meanwhile, Lang going for a turkey in the 10th here. And the sophomore ready for her last throw here in game number 2.
I think she's going to win that head-to-head.
I would think so. She leaves up 3, but she will end up with a 169. That betters her 139 by 30 pins in that first game. And a split awaits Riley Smith. And even if she can pick it up, I don't think she would have a chance to catch up.
She can only get to 161 with a spare.
So here is that try for Smith, and she's going to hit that head on, and that'll end her second game with a 150. So Lang and Buckman win their second head-to-head matches. And here is Emmeline Williams, and she'll leave up a bunch.
I thought it was going in the gutter.
Doolittle really took it to her in that first match, 229 to 105, and right now it's 143 to 101 before Doolittle even throws her first, and she'll miss off to the left of that head pin, but still only left herself 1. Williams, meanwhile, has a bunch of pins left. 7 of them, to be exact. I had to take off my shoe to count. Williams gives it a try. Looks pretty good. Oh, left up the 5-pin.
Did you say you had to take off your shoe?
I had to take off my shoe. Well, I got a pin in this hand, so I can't take off. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. 107 for Williams, so just 2 pins better than her first go-round. Doolittle, meanwhile, picks up her spare, so she'll have 1 more throw. And here is the number 4 bowler for Collinsville, Layla Giaoco. Looking for back-to-back strikes. And we'll have those back-to-back strikes. She has a lot of work to do to catch up, though.
I'm not sure if she can.
I don't think she can. Doolittle and her final throw here in this second game. And that's going off to the left a little bit as well. I don't even know how she did that, but she did. She picks up a strike. A strike is a strike is a strike. 172, well off of her 229 as she threw in the first game, but still a sizable amount over 107 for Williams. And how about Layla with a turkey? And now she gets herself a chance for a turkey in the 10th. That's before Ariana Schuhart even throws her first pin, or her first ball, first pin. Let's throw some pins down there at the pins. How about a strike for Schuhart? That wouldn't be fun.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
Might break something.
Something. Probably a pin. Jalko going for a turkey in the 10th, and she will, got it.
I don't know what hit that 10 pin.
Neither do I. I think the 10 pin was just tired of standing there. 4 in a row for Layla. She will end up with a 199, but Schuhart already has 217 on the board, and she still has 2 more throws to go. Schuhart, ready to go. She's the only Lady Lancer that will end up over 200. She has a turkey also, and now going for a turkey in the 10th for herself. Here is Kellen Stevens, who had 4 in a row earlier, then a spare in the 9th stopped it, but she starts off the 10th with a strike. Schuhart with 1 more throw, and she's at 237 right now, so that even bested her teammate Doolittle with her first throw of 229 in that first game. Good game here for Schuhart. Couldn't hit the head pin on that last one, though.
244, if I can do math.
You are correct. Good job on the math. You didn't even need to take off your shoes. So Schuhart beats Jalko head-to-head, 244 to 199. Kellen Stevens has a sizable lead over Hemmerly in this last slot. And Hemmerly has not thrown yet. Well off of her 212 in her first game. She throws this one down here right now, sitting at 129, but she'll pick up a strike. And a smile to boot afterwards.
Is that her first strike of the game? No, it's her second.
Yeah. A little off on this game she is after a 212. Kellen Stevens, 1 more throw to end game number 2 for Collinsville. And she's looking to pick up a spare to end it, and she will.
236.
And Kellen will end up with that 236. She will win the head-to-head. Collinsville will win 3 of the 5 head-to-head matches. And right now, the Cahoks have the lead, and I think they're going to win that one because with only 2 pins left, Collinsville has 892, and Belleville East just has 865.
I'm getting my picture taken. There we go.
I think we both got our picture taken. Here is Hemmerly, and she will end the game with a spare and end up with a 159. So Collinsville wins 3 of the 5 head-to-head matches, and they win the second game, 892 to 867. So we don't have much math to do, but we still need to take a commercial break to do it.
Yeah.
That, and we need a rest. So we're going to take a break, and we'll be back with game number 3 right after we take a timeout here on the Kahok Sports Network. Looking for a new place to catch the game with cold drinks and great food? Look no further than 1101 Bar and Grill in Caseyville. 1101 Bar and Grill features pizza, burgers, wraps, and salads, plus 7 large screen TVs to catch the latest Kahok games and all the pro sports across the spectrum, plus all the college football and basketball you can handle. 1101 Bar and Grill in Caseyville, 1101 Caseyville Road, right across the street from Kahok Stadium. Call 1101 Bar and Grill for carryout orders at 618-223-1332. VFW Post 1117 in Caseyville is one of the area's longest-running VFW posts. VFW Post 1117 in Caseyville is your place to meet and join other area veterans. Plus, VFW Post 1117 in Caseyville offers all kinds of activities to help our veterans, as well as engaging the public with fun, food, fellowship, and a great time for great causes. Blood drives, fundraisers, raffles, and a Queen of Hearts drawing every Wednesday night. Plus, VFW Post 1117 in Caseyville has event space for your parties, celebrations, and other get-togethers. For more information, check out the VFW Post 1117's Facebook page or call the Caseyville VFW at 618-344-9878. Looking for a great place to watch the game with your crew? Look no further than the Lucky Fox Sports Bar in Uptown Collinsville. The Lucky Fox shows Collinsville Kahok sports on the big screen, plus UFC fights, boxing, Cardinals and Blues, and all of the NFL games with the NFL ticket and enough TVs, you'll be sure to find the game you want. And the food? How about Taco Tuesdays, Wing Wednesdays, plus burgers and sandwiches, pizza, steak, and more, including great drink specials and the coldest beer in town. Plus, they have an in-house DJ on Friday and Saturday nights. Dine in and catch a game or order carry-out with the Lucky Fox. The Lucky Fox Sports Bar, 118 East Main Street in Uptown Collinsville. Open daily at 11 a.m. Check out the Lucky Fox Facebook page for daily specials. The Lucky Fox, 618-223-1948.
The Collinsville Area Community Foundation is our community's charitable foundation. We connect people, support programs, and guide resources to help our community thrive. Our board is made up of local leaders that donate their time and expertise to identify opportunities for long-term community impact in and around Collinsville. Find out more about scholarships, grants, and ways to give back to the city we love by visiting collinsvillefoundation.com.
Got vinyl? Rich's Record Emporium in Uptown Collinsville can take care of all of your vinyl needs and more. You can peruse through thousands of records, from country to hard-to-find jazz, and classic rock is always in stock at Rich's Record Emporium. Used vinyl, new vinyl, and hard-to-find vinyl. Don't forget to check out the audio room at Rich's, where you can check out the latest in audio gear, from new top-of-the-line speakers to turntables and receivers, plus all of the accessories. Rich's has t-shirts, record cleaners, turntable needles, wall art, and so much more. If you can't find what you're looking for at Rich's, they will do their best to find it for you. Don't forget to mention seeing this ad on the Kahok Sports Network for a 10% discount at checkout. Rich's Record Emporium, 131 West Main Street in Collinsville, or call 618-795-1333 or online at richesrecordemporium.com. Back here at Camelot Bowl, Todd Duke, Brendan Campbell along with you. Collinsville Lady Cahoks win 3 out of the 5, and they won the game number 2, so Collinsville takes the lead now, 12-8. And I understand the boys are involved in a close one right now. The boys are down 10.5 to 9.5. That's close.
That is very close.
And we have a change to tell you about here for Belleville East. Peyton Streeter, the sophomore, will take over the first spot in the rotation here for Belleville East over Brooke Boyd. And Brandon, you can have some fun for a while, buddy.
All right. Doolittle on 26, throwing a strike there. Over on the boys' side, Mr. Coates is throwing it a 3-6-10 on 27. And a missed spare there, leaving up the 10. Jayoko on 25. That looks pretty good. And it is pretty good for a strike. And Ariana Schuhart, I believe, on 26. She had a good game the last game. 240, starting off with a strike there. Brody Hoganson with a strike on 27 for the boys. And Kellen with a strike on 25. As Todd said, it is a very close match on the boys' side, 10.5 to 9.5. So definitely going to come down to this last game and the total pins. We'll see if we can pull it out here. Eli was really giving him a good pep talk there. He didn't seem very happy about the amount of missed spares. So let's see if we can get it done this game. LeDrew with a strike there. It looks like he made a ball change, actually. All right, for 26, we're going to leave up the 3-pin out of the 3-6-10. And we move into the second frame here. Starting off with Casey Buckman, who I believe had a 180, if I read it right the last game. A little bit better than the 160. Daniel Wilde on 27. Just going a little high, leaving a 3-pin. Casey Buckman up on 26. That looks a little left. Could hook. Oh, goodness. She did not deserve that with a 7-10 there. Just a little inside. Ball just didn't quite finish there at the end to leave up the 7-10. She had a spare in the first frame, though. Peyton Streeter with a strike on 25. I think she is a sophomore. Three pin, picking up the 3-pin on 27. Let's see which one Casey goes after here. My guess is going to be the 7-pin. And she's going to shoot the 7-pin, but that looks like it's going to go into the gutter. No field goal today. She didn't want the 3 extra points. Riley Smith on 25. Leaving up the wrap 10. And Elena Lang on 26. Can't really see, but that is a strike. Do my best to keep an eye on this boys match here in the last game. Like I said, it's very, very close. And they're really getting into it over there. Outside of that shot, Carter Williams has bowled really well today. He worked a lot in the offseason to really improve his game. And he really is a completely different bowler this year. He hasn't seen much varsity time, but he's been on the tournament teams. And he's getting some more playing time today. He's had, I can't remember what he shot the first game, but he did have 220 that last game. Ellie Doolittle leaving up the 4-pin on 25. And Emmeline Williams about to throw at the 9-pin here on 26. Should be a makeable spare for her. That looks good. It's just got to hook a little bit. Yep, good spare for her. Common theme on the boys' side seems to be a lot of missed spares for both teams, which in a close match, that's not really a good thing. So we'll see if that continues. Layla Jayoko on 26. Nice strike there for the first 2, and a sanctioned double, as I like to say. All right, going down 25 here. Good shot there. As we finish up the second frame here, Kellen Stevens is going to go on 26. It looks a little left. Yeah, leaving the 3-6-10. Strike for Belleville East on 25. And once Kellen Stevens throws at her spare here, we'll be moving to the third frame. Really good shot over there on the varsity side for Brody Hoganson. Really trying not to black cloud him today. I'm sure he appreciates that. Looks like we're going to have a ball change for Casey Buckman on 25 whenever she gets up. It's got to push right. Oh, there was a 9-pin there. I didn't even see that. 3-6, 9-10, and she flipped off the 3-6, 9, leaving the 10 up. As we move into the third frame here. Yeah, we're having a ball change for Casey Buckman on 25. That looks good. Yeah, really good ball change there. Great shot from her. Peyton Streeter on 26. It's got to hook a little bit. Oh, 8-10, pocket 8-10. Miss Elena Lang on 25, leaving the 4-7. Carter Williams up on 27. That's a little left. Just a 5-pin there. He just kind of pulled that one left a little bit. Sounds like Belleville East has a turkey based off of that cheer. Peyton Streeter will get the 8-pin out of the 8-10. And Elena Lang throwing at the 4-7. Good spare for her. Riley Smith with a nice strike on 26. The varsity's holding up their hands for a free soda if he misses the 5-pin here, which hopefully he does not. That looks good. Looks like he'll pick it, yeah. No free soda today. Emmeline Williams leaves up the 10-pin. I can't speak today, apparently. Ellie Doolittle with a strike. Really good shot from Jace Coates there. After an open in the first frame, he's bounced back a lot with the next two. You hear Coach Marcus's voice in the background there. And Layla Jayoko on 25. Going a little high, leaving the 6-10. Belleville East on their last bowler on 26. Really good strike there. Throwing at the spare here on 25. Good job there.
All right, man. Sorry for the long delay.
No, you're all right.
They had to down the Three Musketeers bar. Felt the blood sugar getting a little low there, and I had to text Lori Billy. I forgot to let her know that tomorrow's girls basketball game is at 6 o'clock. She normally does the color commentary for me on girls games. And I'm glad I did because she didn't know it was a 6 p.m. start. So we're all good. We're all good here, too, after, almost 3 frames in the books. Collinsville has one more throw coming up here from Kellen Stevens. Then we will be finished with the 3rd frame, and it looks like we have a close one going on here. Belleville East has already finished up the 3rd. They have 2:23. Stevens trying to take care of 1 pin left for her. Boys are almost
Looks
finished
good.
with the 3rd frame as well. Yep, it is good. So 2:23 for Belleville East and 2:07 for Collinsville as we go in the 4th. Boys are just getting ready to start their 4th as well. Kahawks are up at the moment with 1 pin left to go, 2:43 to 2:21. So they are trying to come back. Right now they're down by 1 point, 10.5 to 9.5. Here is Casey Buckman. She'll leave up the 3, 6, and the 10. Meanwhile, Peyton Streeter, the sophomore who got thrown into the mix here. A spare, strike, and then she missed a split. Now she's going to have to deal with another split. She doesn't look too happy about that.
That's the exact same thing she left in the last frame.
I wouldn't be too happy about that either.
No, I wouldn't either.
Nothing wrong with the ball. It looked like it hit in the right spot, but sometimes that's the way the cookie crumbles, or in this case, that's the way the pins lay. Buckman, a little bit of an easier chance to pick up a spare here, coming off of a strike in frame number 3, and ooh,
Yep.
boy, it hooked back just at the right moment.
Again, I never doubted that.
I'm glad that you have all the confidence in the world. And this time, Streeter could not get one of the 2 pins like she did in the last frame. Here's Elena Lang on 26. I feel like we're almost ahead of schedule here considering that we got started. I thought we got started late.
They bowled fast today.
Yeah. 10 pin remains for Lang.
They're ready to go home.
Can't say as I blame them.
No.
Riley Smith down 25 also leaves up the 10 pin. I'm sure that, just because they're in high schoolers doesn't mean they don't have some Christmas shopping to do.
I'm sure they do.
Yeah. I know that they have finals coming up this week. Most of them, anyway. If you're ahead of the game, then you don't have to take finals. But that's usually if you're like one of those really smart kids that, you know, carry a 4.0 all the time.
Yeah. Apparently my sister doesn't have to take finals.
Nice. I never was that fortunate.
We always had to take them first semester when I was in high school.
Yeah. I always did too. I didn't even know that was a thing. It might not have been a thing back when I was in high school. But I was, you know, I was pretty much a straight C student all my years in high school. Here is Emmeline Williams, and she will leave up the 10 plus the 6. So the 10 pin is just being stingy on both sides here right now. It's being selfish. That's what it's doing.
Yeah.
Here is Ellie Doolittle on 25. And she'll pick up a strike. That's back-to-back strikes for her. 3 strikes of the 4 frames so far that she's rolled. Emmeline Williams, Collinsville right now up by 4 points only, so this is going to be a close match to determine things, and this time Williams picked up the 10 but left the 6.
Should be an interesting end here.
Yeah, both boys and girls.
Definitely.
Ariana Schuhart picks up a strike, so back-to-back strikes for her team, and she now has 4 strikes to start off this final game of the night. Layla Jaoko doesn't want to make it that easy on her, so she'll pick up a strike as well. 3 strikes and a spare for Layla here in this 4th. Here is Himmerly on 25. She'll pick up a strike. 3 straight strikes for Belleville East and a turkey herself for Himmerly. And Kellen Stevens getting the last word there from Coach Hay.
Coach Hay's got all the advice.
I'm sure he does. Now Stevens is ready to go. Strike in the first, an open in the second, and a spare in the third. Trying to keep up with Hemmerly here, but that's going to be a little tougher. That's 3 in a row for Hemmerly, not 4. Schuhart had 4. She's the one who starts off with 4 in a row. Well, that thing popped up there where they throw the turkey thing up there, and it blocked me out from seeing the first frame. So I was just assuming, and then I didn't pay attention long enough to recognize that there were only 3 up there instead. All right, so 4 frames in the books. Collinsville trailing 331 to 295 here in this all-important 3rd game. Casey Buckman gets us going here in the 5th.
Got a hook.
It does. She has that late hook.
She does.
Takes care of a strike there. So the 2nd strike here in this 3rd game for Casey. Here is Streeter, who has been unfortunate enough to get 2 splits in a row. This time, not a split. She'll leave up the 4 and the 7. That'll be a little easier for her to pick up. Elena Lang on 25. And that one looks pretty good too, and it is. Back-to-back strikes to start off the 5th here for Collinsville. Boys, they had 5 strikes in a row in the 5th frame in the 2nd game. Streeter, she laughed as that one was going down the lane. I'm not sure why, but
I think she may have thought that she missed it.
It turned out in her favor. Here is Emmeline Williams on 25 for Collinsville. That looks good. 2 and left the 7 up. Had a pinfall right in front of it. Riley Smith down 26 for Belleville East, right on that head pin, but a little too heavy. Didn't hit it on the left side or the right side. Meanwhile, Williams trying to take care of that 7, and she'll miss it a little bit to the right. Three open frames in a row for young Miss Williams. Riley Smith for Belleville East down 26. There you go.
I think Coach might have doubted that.
Pretty much. I heard her cheering over here.
Yeah.
Here is Layla Jalko on 25 for Collinsville. That one is too much head pin, but she
strikes.
Manages to knock it down. Back-to-back strikes. She's got 4 strikes out of the 5, but she's going up against a young lady who is 4 in a row to begin this 3rd and final game. But first, here is Ellie Doolittle Doolittle looking for a turkey. She has 3 strikes in the first 4 frames. Yeah, Belleville East making it tough on Collinsville here in this game. So a turkey for Doolittle. And right now, Jelko has an 8-pin lead on Doolittle. Here's Kellen Stevens, and she leaves up the 10. She was behind by 11 pins to Olivia Hemmerly. But right now, we have Shoothart looking for 5 in a row to start this 3rd game. Ooh, she'll leave up 1.
It's getting loud over there on the boys' side.
Yeah. All kinds of excitement.
Very much so.
They're in the middle of their 5th frame. Stevens misses that one to the left, so Collinsville's 5th frame is over, and they will still be trailing. Right now, they only have 382. Belleville East has 416, and we still have this throw from Shoothart and Hemmerly's throw.
It's got a hook.
Shoothart, up, it's going to drop off. So an open frame for her after 4 straight strikes. That's a taste you want to get out of your mouth immediately. And here is Olivia Hemmerly, who went from a 212 to a 159 from game 1 to game 2. She looks like she's back on track here in game number 3, though, and she leaves up the 10-pin. Started off with an open frame, though, in the first, so I'm sure she wasn't feeling great after that.
But then she threw 3 strikes.
Yeah. That'll make you forget about your problems.
It's true.
And Hemmerly down 26, trying to pick up this 10-pin. And she will, and that'll send us to the 6th. And Belleville East with a lead of 445 to 382. Collinsville down by a lot more than the 41 they were down last time at this point, so they have some work to do. Luckily, there's still 5 more frames to go. So they do have time. And here is Casey Buckman once again to get the 6th frame started.
Looks good.
Yeah, it does. Oh, left the 10-pin up again. That 10-pin is being selfish, man.
As soon as I say something, then the 10-pin shows up.
Yeah. Here is Streeter, and she will miss the head pin and got lucky that she got 5. Buckman picks up that 10-pin. You know, that's why these things have this little thing on here.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Swing it on up. Peyton Streeter on 25. Oh, left 1. She rolls her eyes. Just what every mother likes to see.
Yeah.
Elena Lang. My daughter still does it to my wife, and she's like, don't you roll your eyes at me. I'm like, girl, haven't you learned your lesson yet?
No.
No.
Never will.
Yeah. Riley Smith on 25. Missed the head pin. Lang trying to pick up her 3-6-10 that she has left behind over on 26. And here is that try.
Looks good.
Does. It is. And Riley Smith on 25. Hers looks good as well, and she will pick up her spare. Here's the one we need to get going. Emmeline Williams. 105 and a 107.
She's still a freshman, though.
I know. Got some learning to do, and the experience will help as well. And that one looks pretty good, and it is. That's a strike. There you go. Ask and you shall receive.
Except when I ask.
Yep. Now she's going up against Doolittle, though, who's had a pretty good night. And Doolittle will also pick up a strike. So she'll remain out front in the head-to-head battle with Williams, and that brings us to our number 4 bowlers, and here is Layla Jelko on 26. It is on the way. Get in there. There you go.
Coach knew that one.
Yep. Saw that myself. Turkey there for Layla. She has 5 strikes in her first 6 frames. And there is Schuhart, who she's going head-to-head with, who started off with 4 straight strikes, and then she had an open frame, and now she leaves 1 more here in the 6th. Kellen Stevens on 26 for Collinsville. Turn in there. Oh, turned a little bit too soon. She has the 6 and the 10 waiting for her. And here is Schuhart, down 25. She'll pick up the pin this time, not leave the open frame. And Layla leads by 1, 128 to 127. Stevens trying to pick up her spare. Oh, that one's going to be 10 pin only. Here is Hemmerly down 25. Had 3 strikes earlier in this, and that 10 pin moved, but not enough. Did not fall down. She's probably thinking the same thing. Selfish 10 pins, man.
Yeah.
They just don't want to go down. So she has the 1 more throw down 25, and then we will move on to the 7th. Boys are almost finished with their 6th. Hemmerly's ready to go.
I think we had a scoring correction there.
Looks like it. I don't know, what did it give her, a strike because that 10 pin moved?
I guess. I didn't see it.
Yeah. She ends up with a spare, and we head to the 7th. Belleville East is up 536 to 471. So not much of a change there in the lead for Belleville East. Once again, Casey Buckman will get the next frame started, and that would be frame number 7. Get in there. There we go.
That was pretty good.
It was. Had a strike in the 5th, then spared in the 6th, and now a strike here in the 7th. She's doing the Layla Jaoko special. Spare, strike, strike, spare, spare, strike. Peyton Streeter on 26. How about a strike for her? Her 2nd of this 3rd and final game, and Elena Lang on 25. And that pin wobbles, but would not fall, and it gave her a 9, so
it scored it right.
Yeah, it did. Riley Smith due up on 26. And here is her first throw. All right, down the middle, lift up the 4 pin. It's either the 4 or the 10, man.
Every time.
Those two are like counterparts, partners in crime. Here is the 10 pin pickup by Lang. And now Emmeline Williams had a strike in her last frame, looking for back-to-back strikes. That one's got to move.
It did not.
It did not move enough. Smith going for that 4 pin. And she will get it. 2 pin remains for Williams. Williams looking to follow up her strike with a spare. Swing on over there, it does, and she'll pick up a spare after that strike. And here is Ellie Doolittle on 26 now for the Lady Lancers, and that one's a strike. That is 5 in a row for Doolittle.
She just had a little hiccup in that 2nd game.
Yeah. Layla Jaoko on 25. A little bit too much head pin there. Leaves up the 6, 9, and the 10. Ariana Schuhart on 26. That ball did not hook. Lots of booyahs going on over here on the boys' side.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of strikes being thrown by East. That's what it looks like, at least.
Yeah. First 4 in the 7th frame have exactly done that.
There's a strike for us, though.
Yeah. 2 in a row for us. Layla down 25. Looking to pick up this spare, and she does. Hits the head pin, this time the head pin being the 6. That's exactly what you need to do to pick up that spare. Layla was coming off of a turkey. And now Kellen Stevens will go ahead of Schuhart because she had to wait for the Collinsville varsity player to go first, the boys' side. Here is Stevens, down 25. Looks good, and it is good. Schuhart will pick up her spare. Nice job.
That was a bit of a mess there.
Yeah, it was. So now we're down to Hemmerly again. And Olivia will step up. And she's ready to go. Down 26. Split.
I don't think that was worthy of a split.
She has the Peyton Streeter special going on there.
I see that. That's probably not a good thing.
No. I'm sure Peyton doesn't want it to be called the Peyton Streeter special either.
No, probably not.
So we'll see how she handles this. Nope, just the one. So we head to the 8th. And Collinsville still pretty far behind here, 627 to 567. Kahawks right now do have 3 head-to-head matches on their side. A couple of them are close. The second bowler is only separated by 3 pins. Fourth bowlers a little bit farther away than that. First and the 4th, and there's another strike by Buckman. That's back-to-back for her.
She seems happy about that one.
Yeah. And here is Peyton Streeter on 25. Hoping for not the Peyton Streeter special, and she'll leave up a little bit more than a 2-pin split. Those are kind of scattered all over the place, too. Elena Lang on 26.
Coach Hayes' favorite name.
Yep. And Elena leaves up the 7. Streeter has, what is that, the 4 and the 7, the 1 and the 5, and the 8, and the 9.
The 1, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9.
Well, leaves up 2. She was coming off a strike as well. Elena Lang only has the 7. Not a combination to a safe. Oh, she missed it. Riley Smith down 25 now. Right on that head pin and leaves up the 6 and the 10. Could have been a lot worse. Emmeline Williams.
There's more booyahs over
More
there.
booyahs. And Williams
hook.
needs that thing to, it didn't, it missed the head pin. She'll leave up 4. Boys are down in that game right now. And
they are.
The Kahawks are ahead in the game here in the 8th with their 4th bowler already going, while Belleville East is getting their 3rd bowler, his last ball down 27. So both of the Kahawks bowling teams have some catching up to do. Here's Williams on 26. Nice spare pickup there. Doolittle on 25. The head-to-head competition there with Williams. Doolittle picks up another strike.
Hey, she
That
smiled.
is 6 in a row for her. I'd smile after 6 strikes in a row,
Yeah.
too. Layla Jaoko and Ariana Schuhart are involved in a close one. Right now, Jaoko has the lead, but she leaves herself up 3. Ariana ready to go on 25. And there is Jaoko first, though. She'll pick up a spare. That was nicely done.
I didn't doubt that one either.
No. Schuhart ready for her first one on 25. Head pin all day there, and that split is the end result. Not just the 7-10, but the 6 is also in the mix as well. Here is Kellen Stevens on 26 for Collinsville. That one's in there for a strike, back-to-back for Kellen.
I don't think I've ever seen her smile either.
Not much.
She's very serious.
Well, you say, after all, it is a competition, but after
It
all,
is.
it's also a game.
That's true.
So you have to have the
Gotta have some fun.
you have to have the serious part, and then you have to have the fun part.
Having conversations there between coaches.
I guess.
I couldn't,
Father and son, they just kind of look at each other, and they know,
They know,
what's
yeah.
going on here.
I couldn't read his lips.
Here is Schuhart on 25, where they split the deal with. And she
Field
will
goal.
go right down the middle. Her and Layla Jalko have split the head-to-head matches. Layla won the first one, Ariana won the second one. Here is Olivia Hemmerly. She will leave the 7. I don't even know how that 7 stayed up, man. There were pins flying all around it.
She threw like everything at it and
Yeah,
stayed.
she did, yeah. Walks away in disbelief. Well, if she picks this up, it's going to be 7:15 now for Belleville East and 6:58 for Collinsville. So the Kahawks are down by about 55 pins now going into the 9th.
2 frames to go.
Yeah, she does pick it up, and it is 7:15 to 6:58. 47 pins down. Did I get that right? 60, 40, 50. Yeah. No, 57.
Yeah, 57.
Well, if they win the match, that'll give them 5 more points, which would right now be 13 to 12. And then you got the head-to-head matches to deal with. So I don't know, man. This is going to be one of those things where somebody's going to have to pull out a calculator.
Yeah.
Here is Peyton Streeter on 26 after Casey Buckman left herself with a split. She's got the 4 and the 9 to deal with. You don't, that's a split you don't see too much.
No. About all you can do is get 1.
Yep. Here is that try by Buckman.
Got 1.
Yep, got that 4-pin. 9-pin remains. Streeter has to deal with just 1 pin. Let's see how she handles it. And
Looks
that
good.
one's on there, yep. Elena Lang.
That's what you call luck on 27.
I wasn't watching.
I don't know if you saw that.
Nope, I did not. Lang with a strike. I was looking up at both screens, and both teams are in the exact same spot. Second bowler on each side in the 9th frame. So the boys and the girls are dead even right now as Riley Smith picks up a strike, trying to stay with Lang. That's a close match as well. Right now, Lang has the advantage, 151 to 144. Here is Emmeline Williams on 25. And that one is going to miss the head pin. She's going up against Doolittle, and Doolittle is no joke here. Looking for strike number 7 in a row for Ellie, and misses the head pin. So both of them missed the head pin, but it looks like Doolittle has a better chance to pick up her spare than does Williams.
That looks a little more makeable.
Yeah. Williams has the 1 and the 2 and then the 10 back in the corner. And here is Williams on 25. She'll take care. Ooh,
Oh.
Man, that head pin went right in front of the
around
10. Right in front and then whipped around the back. Doolittle on 20. Will leave the head pin. Oh, wow. But Doolittle has a 203 to 117 lead, so that head-to-head match will
Yeah.
belong to Ellie.
Yeah, I think she's going to win that.
Yep. Layla Jaoko and Ariana Schuhart were involved in a much closer match than it is now, but right now we need every advantage we can get. Here is Jaoko down 25. She'll leave up 3.
Ball just never hooked.
Yep. Opening here for Schuhart to get a little back if she can get a strike here, and that one looks pretty good, and that's exactly what she got. She had 4 straight strikes to start off this match, and then an open, a spare, open, and now that strike. Layla going for her 3rd spare in a row after 3 strikes in a row in the 4th, 5th, and 6th. Yeah, I wasn't worried.
They're getting into it over here.
Yeah. Here is Hemmerly, and she'll pick up a strike. 3 strikes in that 9th frame for Belleville East, so their 9th is over. And here is Kellen Stevens going for a turkey here in the 9th. That looks good. Oh, man, the 10 pin. Ripping you off again.
I heard Coach say carry it. He knew.
Yeah. Emily right now has the head-to-head lead in that race as well. Collinsville right now ahead on 2 of the head-to-head matches. Belleville East sitting with an even 800 pins right now, and that one from Kellen Stevens will give Collinsville 756. So now Collinsville is just 44 pins behind, so they made up a little bit there.
They're going to need a lot in the 10th.
Yes, they are. And here we go in the 10th frame. And once again, we're going to get it started with Casey Buckman on 25. She will definitely win the head-to-head match.
Looks like it.
Buckman.
That's got to sit there.
Yeah, there you
strikes.
go. So 2 extra throws coming up for her. Peyton Streeter down 25. She'll get a strike as well.
Messenger on a 5-pin.
Flashes up the number 1.
Yeah. That's a dogfight over there.
Sure
on the
is.
boys' side.
Yeah. They're also just started the 10th. Here is Buckman down 26, looking for back-to-back strikes and leaves up the 10 pin. And now Peyton Streeter. Her first varsity game of the night after Brooke Boyd played the first 2. She'll leave up 1 as well. And Buckman trying to pick up this 10 pin to give herself her high score of the night, and it stays up, and she will by 1 pin. She will end up with a 182 to better her 181 of the last game, and she'll win the head-to-head match. No problem there. As Streeter goes for her spare, she'll pick it up as well, but end up with a 146. Here is the close head-to-head matchup, and Elena Lang leaves up the 7 pin. So let's see what Riley Smith is going to do over there. Smith ready on 25. Looks like the JV boys are done.
JV girls are low
Smith will also leave up the 7 pin. Lang going for her 7 pin first, down 26, and that'll curve in there and get it. So she'll get 1 extra throw. And now Riley Smith will try to do the same thing down 25.
I don't think it scored her shot.
It did
I don't think it did.
It didn't, so
Coach
that's
Hayes
what,
on it.
Coach Hay is on it, yep. Here's Lang's final throw of the night. Get in there. There you go. A strike to end the night. And Elena will end up with a 174. She progressed every game. Started off with a 139, went up to a 169, and now a 174. Now they messed up the ninth as well.
Yeah, he accidentally changed the ninth.
All right, well, in the meanwhile, Emmeline Williams is going to go down 26.
Hopefully it doesn't score it for her.
And Emmeline leaves herself a small split.
He'll have to change that one too, now that I look at it.
I don't even remember what she got in the ninth frame. Yeah, it's on the wrong side.
Yeah, because he accidentally erased the ninth frame, so it thought Riley Smith was on the right lane instead of the left.
Yeah.
And then it didn't score it for Emmeline, so.
Well, you can't have a strike in the second ball.
Okay. We've made progress. In the meantime, we can see what the boys do here in the 10th frame.
Yeah. Emmeline's holding up because she wants Coach to get things right. All right, here is
There we go.
Riley Smith down 25. She'll pick up her spare.
He's got it right now,
Yeah.
I think.
Even though the strike's in the wrong spot on the ninth frame, we'll just go ahead and live with it.
Yeah, I see that.
All right, so that should have been, that's a spare for Riley, so she'll get
Yeah.
one more. Emmeline over here on 26. After all that, that'll kind of ruin your mojo, man.
Yeah. Get in a groove.
Williams is going to miss that one into the gutter, and that'll end her night. And she will end up with a 125. That is her highest score of the 3 games. Belleville East apparently got another strike.
They did.
One more ball still coming up here for Riley Smith. And she is 3 pins behind Elena Lang right now. And not anymore. She'll win that head-to-head battle. That'll be the first head-to-head win for Riley. She will end up with a 181. Layla Jaoko, meanwhile, on 26, picks up a strike. But Belleville East a little bit behind here now as far as the players go because Ellie Doolittle is the 3rd bowler and Layla's the 4th. So here is Ellie, and her first try, she will leave 2. But Doolittle has already won that head-to-head match. All 3 against Emmeline Williams. Here is Jaoko on 26, and she will leave 1. And one final throw will have a chance to pick up the spare.
A lot of yelling going on over there.
Oh, yeah, that's what happens when you got a close game.
Yeah, it is really close now that I look at it.
All right, here is Ellie Doolittle down 25. And she'll pick up her spare and have one more throw before it's all said and done. And Layla Joko's last throw is not going to be a good one. It's going to go in the gutter, and she will end up with a 218. But by far her best game of the night. 197, 199, then a 218. Doolittle, one more throw to extend her 213 score that she has right now. And it is on the way, and she'll leave up 1 and end up with a 222. And win all 3 of her head-to-head matches. Kellen Stevens at 7 pin just took its time falling down, didn't it? Whew. Kellen comes in with a lead over Ariana Schuthart after they were real close.
That's another close one, isn't it?
Yeah, it was. Ariana throwing her first ball, and it's in there for a strike. Schuhart going up against Jaoko. That's the one that they had a real close battle going on there earlier, and it's still kind of close. Here is Kellen Stevens. Picked up a strike to begin this 10th, so she gets 2 extra throws.
Looks good.
And it is good. Well, after her first ball, they were tied at 164, and Hemmerly has yet to throw yet, so it all depends on what Hemmerly does, but Olivia, being the anchor bowler and being a very good bowler, if she does what she's capable of, she'll come back and win that one anyway. Here is the second ball for Schuhart. She'll pick up another strike, giving Layla a run for her money here. Layla already done with a 218, and now Schuhart has a 206. Here's the last throw of the night for Collinsville, and a 7-10 remains, and that'll end the night for Kellen Stevens with a 182. Ariana Schuhart, her final throw of the night, with a chance to overtake Jaoko, and ooh boy, 214. She lost by 4 points. 4 pins did Ariana Schuhart.
Does that say 997 for the boys?
Yes, it does. Final throw for the boys as well.
That's not the shot that you wanted, but
Well,
that's going to be close.
by 1 pin.
1 pin.
Collinsville won that last match by 1 pin, 1,003 to 1,002.
That's
Hemmerly
close.
picks up a strike, and she has already won the head-to-head match with Stevens. That'll be the first head-to-head loss for Stevens on the night. And Collinsville is going to lose this team game, and looks like they're only going to pick up 2 head-to-head matches here. So I think the Lady Kahawks just lost.
I think East is going to win that.
Yeah.
On the boys' side, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. Somebody's going to have to do some math and let us know.
He's got it. I figured out what I did wrong the last time, though.
Okay. Well, Hemmerly has one more throw. We have more math to do on this side as well,
Yeah, we do.
but I don't think it's going to be as difficult as it was last time.
No.
Against Alton. So a spare picked up by Hemmerly, and she will end up with a 203, and she will win that head-to-head match. And Belleville East wins 3 of the 5 head-to-head matches, and they win 966 to 881 to take the third and final game. So we will do some adding and subtracting. No subtracting, just adding, and we'll come back and figure things out here. Hey, Brandon, thanks a lot, man. I don't know if we'll see you on January 6th or not.
I hope so.
I'm guessing you don't know yet.
I hope so.
If
but
we do or we don't, regardless of the fact, you and your family have a very Merry Christmas.
you as well. Thank
All
you
right.
for having me.
All right, thank you. Brandon Campbell, everybody. My name is Todd Duke. Time now for the postgame show. Brought to you tonight by LC's Pub in Caseyville. LC's Pub, great food, great drinks, great service. Served up daily at LC's Pub in Caseyville. 605 North Main Street in Caseyville is where you'll find them. Call them in for carry-out orders at 618-855-9007. Postgame show is next on the Kahok Sports Network.
Looking for a little bite to eat in a nice, friendly establishment before heading out to a game? Look no further than LC's Pub in Caseyville. Just blocks from Collinsville High School, LC's Pub is the pub of choice for Kahawk fans, before, after, or even during Kahawk games. LC's Pub features a wide variety of traditional bar food like burgers and fries, chicken wings and chicken strips, appetizers like pepper jack mac and cheese bites, fried pickles, and green beans. Plus they have salads, fish, shrimp, and more. LC's Pub also features an outdoor patio, a gaming room, weekly poker tournaments, and a pool table, plus enough TVs for all the sports fans. And LC's Pub shows Kahawk games live as well as Blues and Cardinals games. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville, right across the intersection from All Pro Tees. Call for carry-out orders at 618-855-9007 and on Facebook at LC's Pub. LC's Pub, Kahok fans' pub of choice. Mike's Automotive in Collinsville is a T3 certified tire dealer and so much more. Sure, Mike's Automotive has tires. They can also help with making sure your entire vehicle is road ready, from belts and hoses to preventative maintenance like oil changes and tire rotation. Plus a lot more than that. Mike's Automotive has 3 locations to choose from. Mike's Automotive in St. Louis and Millstadt, and Mike's Automotive in Collinsville at 1150 St. Louis Road, just blocks from the high school. Or call Mike's Automotive at 618-345-0611. Mike's Automotive in Collinsville.
First National Bank of Waterloo, with over 100 years serving the Metro East. Visit First National Bank of Waterloo at their Maryville and Collinsville locations, and now in Marissa, St. Laborie, and New Athens for all of your banking, mortgage, and lending needs with super low closing costs and low construction loan rates. When you need a loan, call the Collinsville team at First National Bank of Waterloo at 618-345-1121, or visit their Maryville or Collinsville locations or online at fnbwaterloo.bank. Visit First National Bank of Waterloo, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Lakeside Roofing in Collinsville. Let the professionals at Lakeside Roofing protect your most important investment, your home or business. Have the elements taken a toll on your roof system? Notice a leaking roof? Maybe it's time for a free roof inspection. Regular maintenance can extend the life of your roofing system by 10 years or more. Lakeside Roofing is your winning team for commercial and residential roofing systems. Lakeside All-Star professionals have installed, repaired, and maintained hundreds of roofs on both sides of the river. Call Lakeside Roofing today at 618-344-2800 in Collinsville or 314-241-5253 or online at lakesideroofing.com. Choose experience, choose Lakeside. Keep your ride shiny and clean with Extreme Details Vehicle Detailing in Collinsville. Owner Jay Merkel and his crew at Extreme Details believe in the value of community and in helping their community hold the value of their vehicles with a sharp-looking, clean ride that you and your community can be proud of. Extreme Details can handle any job, whether you drive a small car, an SUV, or even a bus or RV. No job is too big or too small at Extreme Details. Extreme Details offers scratch and oxidation removal, no matter what you drive: cars, trucks, motorcycles, boats, and more. Plus, Extreme Details can handle fleet vehicles for you and your company. Call Jay and the gang at Extreme Details at 618-977-1224. Check for periodic specials on the Extreme Details Facebook page. Put the shine in your ride with Extreme Details, 618-977-1224. Looking for a little bite to eat in a nice, friendly establishment before heading out to a game? Look no further than LC's Pub in Caseyville. Just blocks from Collinsville High School, LC's Pub is the pub of choice for Kahok fans, before, after, or even during Kahok games. LC's Pub features a wide variety of traditional bar food like burgers and fries, chicken wings and chicken strips, appetizers like pepper jack mac and cheese bites, fried pickles, and green beans. Plus they have salads, fish, shrimp, and more. LC's Pub also features an outdoor patio, a gaming room, weekly poker tournaments, and a pool table, plus enough TVs for all the sports fans. And LC's Pub shows Kahok games live, as well as Blues and Cardinals games. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville, right across the intersection from All Pro Tees. Call for carry-out orders at 618-855-9007 and on Facebook at LC's Pub. LC's Pub, Kahok fans' pub of choice. And we welcome you back into the LC's Pub post-game show here on the Kahok Sports Network. The final, Belleville East Lady Lancers win this one over your Lady Kahawks 23-17. Joining us now is Collinsville head coach Sean Hay. How you doing?
It's 22-18, but that's okay.
22. See, every time I make it a final,
right,
which I can't go back and change,
it's all good.
Somebody always tells me. So what was it again?
The result's the same, 22-18.
22-18. I missed it by 1 point. See, I had it at 26-14, and then I got corrected, and now I'm getting corrected again. Oh, well, you live and you learn, man. All right, so, man, a tough match, back and forth all night.
Definitely. One of the we saw some decent performances out of Layla and Kellen. They both were doing pretty well. One of the things that we need to work on. Oh, actually, Elena just went up in ball weight, so she's kind of getting used to that a little bit.
Yeah.
Her previous ball weight, it was a lot of deflection going on. She's leaving a lot of weird stuff, so she's just got to get comfortable with it. And so we're grinding through that moment. But yeah, Casey, coming off the heels of that hot tournament, she struggled a little bit more with carry today than she did at the tournament. So, but she kind of got herself righted there towards the back half.
Yeah, Casey won all 3 of her head-to-head matches,
That
so
is
nothing
correct.
wrong with that.
Oh, absolutely.
Just rare to see her not get a 200 game, even though she got back-to-back 180s.
Correct. So and there were just some inopportune. She left a 4.9, which is a good strike shot usually. It just comes in just a little high. It's one of those unfortunate splits. Some of the splits you deserve. Technically, you deserve a 4.9, but it could have went either way.
Yeah. And Belleville East squeaked out that first win, but not by much, man. I mean, when you're talking bowling, 50 pins isn't that much of a difference.
That is correct. I mean, Ellie Doolittle really put on a good game that game.
Oh, yeah.
And that was the difference maker for us, for them.
All right, so now tomorrow you get to go to a kind of a crowded Bel Air Bowl because Belleville West is hosting you all, and Belleville East is hosting O'Fallon. So
should be a good matches all around. So our kids love Bel Air.
Yeah.
We go there, we bowl well there every time. So
yeah,
I'm looking forward to hitting there for boys and girls.
Well, yeah, and then when we came into tonight, there was a 3-way tie for first place in the Southwestern Conference between you guys, Belleville East, and believe it or not, Alton was at 2-2, so they were kind of out of the first place spot. But man, it's really tight.
Yeah, it is tight. I mean, that's just the way it is. I mean, I knew going into this season that it was going to be a little bit of a battle. I knew especially for our team at the beginning of the year, we were going to have to take our lumps a little bit here and there. I'm looking forward to the back half where we ironed out some of those details that we had to work on.
Yeah, and I know that you were primarily focused on the girls here tonight, but I got handed this thing. How about the boys? They win 20.5 to 19.5.
Yeah, that was way tighter than it should have been. They gave away a little bit of pins, and we're fortunate to come out with a win. First game, they ended up with giving away pins at the end and end up with a loss. One of the things our boys team really needs to do is learn how to win, not just in matches, but also in tournaments. And they're starting to put that stuff together now. So we're starting to see a little bit more of that oomph at the end of the game. And like tonight, they messed up a little bit, but they came through strong. That last game, they weren't in a position to win it, and they came back and won it.
Yeah,
so,
by 1 pin.
By 1 pin.
1 pin. And in that second game in the 5th frame, all your boys got strikes.
Correct.
Yeah, and don't they get pizza or something?
No, well, they got to do that a couple times in a row for pizza.
All right, Coach. Well, thank you. We are not back with you guys until January the 6th when we cover the girls versus O'Fallon. So you and your family have a wonderful Christmas and Happy New Year.
Same to you and everybody else.
All right. Thank you, sir. Yep. That is Coach Hay, your Collinsville Kahok head coach here on the bowling side of things, and that is going to do it for us. We had a busy day today, and we're going to have a busy day tomorrow, too. We got a doubleheader basketball game to bring you, about basketball games, and it's a girls-boys doubleheader. Collinsville Lady Kahawks taking on the Triad Lady Knights in the first game at 6 p.m., and then that'll be followed by the boys' varsity matchup between Collinsville and Granite City. Now, we're not going to do any interviews tomorrow. We're not going to do any pregame interviews. We're not going to do any postgame interviews because if you can't do them for both, you shouldn't just do them for one. So we're going to be on the air at 5:45 to bring you pregame coverage of the girls' game, but with no interviews, because then when the girls' game is over, we wouldn't have enough time anyway to bring you an interview on the boys' side. So we're just going to 86 the pre- and postgame interviews all together. And remember that both of these games tomorrow are on Huddle TV, which means once I shut down the first game, I got to go back into the second game and put in a new stream key. That's the way Huddle works. I got to put in a different stream key for every game. When YouTube, it's the same stream key all the time. So therefore, there is really not enough time in between games to get anything done. So we're going to do it that way with no interviews in the pre or post game shows of either one of those games. So just so you understand. All right, my name is Todd Duke. A big thank you again to Brandon Campbell joining us on the other microphone and to Coach Hay joining us in the pre and the post game shows. And until tomorrow night, this is Todd Duke saying enjoy the rest of your Monday.